Oh my gosh, that matches my tentacle.
Yeah, look at
Wow.
that. I know. And this one almost looks like it's bumpy, like a tentacle would be.
It does look like a little tentacle. Oh, hello.
Oh,
hi.
Snuck right in today.
Snuck right in. Hello, good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yeah.
Hi, friends. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to episode 4 of Stitches.
I can't believe we're at 4. It's so exciting.
Yay.
That's like quattro crochet.
Ooh,
maybe.
quattro crochet.
Quattro
Can you
crochet.
say that 5 times fast?
Quattro crochet, quattro crochet, quattro crochet, Nope. I was so confident on the second.
were.
I was like, I got this.
You
This
were.
is not going to be a problem.
I was rooting for you. You were close.
It was going to happen.
You were close.
And then I couldn't.
You were close.
Yeah, the third one was what got me. Yeah.
With co-hosts Samantha and Alexis.
Hi.
Yay. Hi, friends. Welcome to Stitches, a crochet and chat series. How do I do this? I forgot the thing.
Is it what are you working on? What are you drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, with yarn over hook. There we go.
Yeah.
With yarn over hook.
The most important element, yarn over hook.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yarn over hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and
Find community.
with other crocheters from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
You can join for free via the link in the description below. If you're already a member, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Yes, friends, tell us, what did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? Hi, Michelle. Hi, I Love Fairy Juice.
Hi.
Eilish, hello. Maddie, hello.
Hello.
So, when you guys snuck in on us, we were looking at Alexis's, catalog system.
I don't even know what to call
this?
it. It's like a maintenance key, and then it has the labels, where or a museum security guard key where he has all the
big one,
all the
it's,
exhibits.
all the
Exactly.
keys.
And there's a mummy chasing him, and he's got to find the right key. But it's just that, and then I just keep the labels for yarn that I use, and then a little sample of it, and that's how I keep track. And they're generally sorted by color, and then I have a section for variegated. And then, I
so
sort them by color so that if I need to match it,
it's from dark to light.
so that's black, and then pink is over here. And then if I need to find something, I'm working on something and the label has fallen out of the cake, I just go back to my little key and I'd be like, oh, it's this yellow. I know it's this. And I'm pretty good about putting them into the system every once in a while.
So, when do you do it? As soon as you bring the yarn home?
I do it when I cake it generally. And so when I have a new yarn, if I only buy one, the label goes on here as soon as it comes home. And then if I have multiple cakes of it, and I had multiple skeins, then the labels also go into the cakes with it. But I try and do it when I bring it home as a standard, and then it's just packaging tape that I put on. It's my homemade lamination.
Your homemade lamination?
Yeah. It's just nice. I hole punch it. I tape a little sample. Like I was saying on a previous episode, if I do a variegated yarn, I make sure I have enough of it there so you can see how much, with this beautiful Monet yarn.
Oh, you'll do the whole colorway.
Yeah, the whole colorway of the variegation. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh, this is a blue and purple one, but really it has a lot more color in it.
Right. That's so smart.
And, little samples. And then sometimes the colors are really similar, so you have to, kind of go by, feel. There's a few in here where it's which one is that? They couldn't be more, these two greens are very similar.
Oh,
and you can see one
greens
has
are
more
very
of a
similar.
shine.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
So it's really smart to have, because then if you have two very similar colors and you're like, oh, this is my red heart, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my Karen. But then you're like, wait, no, was the Karen shinier or was the red heart?
Your red light right here?
That is so
exactly.
interesting.
And it's nice because I keep them, even if I don't have this yarn in stock in my cabinet, I will be I want to make something red, but I want it to be a very specific, vivid strawberry red. Then I know I can just get more red heart, super saber.
Right, you just go to the store.
As opposed to getting this loops and threads, rich orchid color. Which actually, now that I look at this is the color I used to make that bead purse from episode 1. Yeah, we were trying to figure out what type of yarn it was, and it is acrylic, and it's this loops and threads. But yeah,
that is so cool.
it's been really helpful, for me going back and doing new projects or finishing projects that I put down for far too long. Too many whips. But yeah, I love the system. It costs next to nothing to do, and it makes it easy to figure out what's what.
Oh, see, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So that's an idea, friends, for organizing your yarn, keeping track of what you've purchased, all of the things. I have water and I'm working on a ripple blanket. Very nice, Eilish. I need a yarn catalog. Joan Whitson, I love your video. Thank you so much. Are you talking about the trailer before this? Thank you. Hi, ukulele girl. How are you? Madi, I'm in a bit of trouble with my new project. Do tell. What is happening? What is going on? That sounds amazing, but I keep thrifting yarn I like. Working on an elephant right now. So do you just go like, I just need this color and I need this and hope for the best?
Well,
Like,
you could still make like the yarn catalog, just like have little swatches, and then if you wanted to color match as best you could bring it into a store, and then you'd be able
you could
to be
still keep a piece.
yeah, you
at
could still
least.
keep a piece, and then if you have to repair something later or you want to reproduce it, you could try and find the closest purchasable option for you.
Right, true. You could still do that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what did we bring to crochet? Oh wait, no, we have announcements. So
The Volare drum.
okay, so it's Saturday, friends. So typically we're not on a Saturday.
That's true.
This is our last like weekend stitches, and we are going to be moving to every other Wednesday starting next Wednesday.
Yes, yeah.
So the 11th.
Or this Wednesday, like the Wednesday that's in a few days.
Yeah, the
Yes.
Wednesday.
I hate that next. It's like when does next start? It's also
We've had this conversation.
I don't
I've
like
had
that
this
calendar shouldn't start on Sundays. It's not right.
This definitely
Anyway,
opened like a can of worms because I have this conversation with Quentin, with my husband all the time. I'm like, oh yeah,
I have this conversation with my husband
next.
all the time.
So
all the time.
This
He has no
coming
problem
Wednesday.
with Sunday being the start of a calendar month, and I'm like, no, it should be Monday.
See, and I think I like Monday, but I say next because I'm thinking the next week.
That's fair.
Because would you say this coming week or next week?
I would say the next Wednesday is in like 3-4 days.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, but I mean, so I would say if I said next Wednesday, to me it would mean the Wednesday that's in 4 days.
Okay,
like,
so what did I say?
I don't know what you said now.
I think I said next Wednesday.
I think you did. You probably did say next
And you were just
Wednesday, and I probably
clarifying.
just got confused myself.
No, because it's like, trust me, like we've had this
I got whips
conversation
on the
before.
mind.
Because I'm like the following or next. Like I
Yeah.
say both.
Yeah. Because both would
Yeah.
be right. The Wednesday that follows today is
yeah.
in like 4 days.
And the next.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
subsequent.
Yeah, I think you're right in all
Interesting.
respects.
No. It's not a matter of being right or
Yeah.
wrong. It's just like English is so interesting.
It is.
Because it was like this conversation, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
People are like, what does that mean?
And I'm no expert, even though I strive to be fluent in it.
Okay, so
Someday.
the Wednesday that is coming up,
Yeah.
the 11th.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing from then forth.
Yes.
We will be doing every other Wednesday.
Then forth.
From then forth. Every other Wednesday.
Yeah.
Will be Whip Wednesday
Yeah.
with stitches.
Whip Wednesday.
So, because we are always like joking about who the whip queen is in our series, we actually came up with a little like thing for you guys that we're very excited about.
Yes.
Do you want to
I
like
will.
under the camera
Ready?
so we don't
Yeah.
show too much of it? Do you want to grab the other?
Oh,
item?
yes. Okay, wait. Just like,
Okay,
ooh,
cool.
ooh.
So,
Just a little taste.
just a little. Okay, that's all you get. So we have something very, very, very exciting for our Whip Wednesday Stitches series.
Yes.
We have like game ideas coming, like challenges, like crochet challenges,
Crochet alongs.
like just so many things in our
Scrapbuster
heads, and there's
ideas.
not enough Wednesdays.
There's not enough Wednesdays.
Not enough Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like speaking of scrap busting, so we did start the Summer Stash Bash this
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
So that will still continue on with stitches as well.
Yes.
Have you been buying yarn?
So, okay, I had made a plan before we decided on Summer Stash Bash, just to go to a yarn store with a friend. So I did go, and I did buy yarn for a pattern I had already bought, and I was like, well, that doesn't count too much. But then otherwise, no, I've been good and I will continue to be good. I'm actually very excited. I took a picture of my stash and I'll post it on Yarn Overhook so we can all be accountable. I took a picture of my stash so we'll know how much I actually go through. And I'm going to share everything that I make by the end of the Stash Bash.
Same.
So,
I plan on sharing everything I make as well.
It's going to be
from the Stash Bash. So
it'll be fun to be creative.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So then episode 2 of the Stash Bash will be also episode 5 of Stitches. But it'll be episode 2 of the Stash Bash. Stitches, Summer Stash Bash. Summer Stash Bash with Stitches? Yeah, I think I like that. Yep. Next Wednesday on the 11th. Okay. Hi, friends. Hi. Let me see. Where are we?
People are guessing.
Crowns. What's happening? Hi, Roxana. How are you? Okay. Whoa, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to catch up on. A yarn catalog is such a good idea. So Mari, I wanted to make a granny square bandana. I made all the granny squares I need and then went back to the tutorial and saw that it is connected while crocheting. Join as you go.
Join as you go. Yeah.
Join as you go. Yes. So I tried a join as you go method and it was actually really nice. Have you ever done join as you go?
I've never done join as you go, but I watched you did that beautiful bag with the multicolored yarn you bought. That I watched you live join as you go. Or I think you talked about join as you go.
I did it live.
Yeah, you did it live. I remember you talking about like the layout, how am I going to do this, and then you were able to do it live. And I was like,
I did it live. I remember I had to pull it out like 3 times. I kept making mistakes. And then like we finally got to it and it was just like, yeah, so join as you go is honestly really cool and it's a very good technique.
Yeah.
Wednesday Stitches starting June 11th, I think. Yes, it's starting June 11th. Yes. What is behind you? Somebody's already caught it. So, Alexis, please introduce us to your lovely creation.
So first off, let me show. Actually, I'll show the piece first, and then I'll show the ribbons. So I entered in the LA County Fair this year, and this is my entry. The LA County Fair's theme was Art Unleashed, so I did a like diorama of sorts. People are always like, "What's your entry?" And I'm like, are you ready for like 5 sentences explaining what it is?" It's like a diorama of a dog jumping on a painting of a squirrel, and the leash is breaking. So that's why it's like Art Unleashed, and it's like a person falling down and knocking over a vase as they're falling, trying to stop their dog.
There we go.
Yeah,
you can see it a little bit.
Yeah. So this is my entry from the LA County Fair. It's all just crocheted. It's all pretty much free form, just different kinds of stitches, different kinds of elements. Like this is like a half of a star stitch. This is sort of a tapestry crochet with a surface crochet element added to it. Just all different kinds of things. It's supposed to look, this jar, which I'm so proud of it, it's supposed to look like a Chinese ginger jar.
Oh yeah.
And then like this is like a little placard where it would say like what the piece on the wall is. And this is based on like my Australian Shepherd who jumps on, well, doesn't jump on our TV, thank goodness, but he goes nuts anytime an animal's on the TV, even a cartoon animal. Do your cats ever, do you ever put TV for cats on?
Yes, and then we had to stop doing that because my cats would want to jump on the TV.
Do they try and look behind the TV?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
yes.
So
they're like,
funny.
where's this bird? I don't understand.
We tried to put, we do put TV for cats on for our cat, they're okay, but we can't put the ones on with chipmunks because then my Australian Shepherd goes nuts. He's like, so it's insane.
Funny.
Yeah, but this is my entry. I made like a little crochet kind of me-esque vibe, and like I crocheted like a hardwood floor, a wood table, a little lamp. It's just a lot of fun elements.
I love the details.
Thank you.
So much. I really do.
I love like sculptural crochet, and there's wires in a lot of it, and then there's foam core board. There's some wood also, like the table has like a wooden dowel in it, and it's a lot of fun. There's so much you can do if you're willing to just like involve wires. And I even brought like, this is the wire that I used. It's just like a garden type wire. It's nothing like a floral wire. It's very thin.
You have to like influencer hand
because it's so yeah.
There we go.
Thicker wire obviously will give you more structure, but it's very easy to crochet and add wires into things, and you shouldn't be afraid to try. But yeah, that's my entry. And then I won 2 awards. I won first place. And I won Best in Division.
Yay!
So I got a blue ribbon and I got a rosette.
Confetti.
I'm so proud of this. This is the best I've ever done in any of the competitions.
So incredible because you're right. You're in the first episode of Stitches, Alexis brought your entry from last
year, and I won first place, and I won Judges Award of Merit, which is still like one level below this. This is technically like the second highest you could win in the home arts. The one above this is like best in show, and that's like best in the entire building. I just did best in my division, and then it's made up of multiple divisions. So I'm very proud of it. Also, like, I use hot glue. Like, I'm a pro using glue in crochet to make structures, so like, don't hesitate, you know, like, big fan.
It's so funny how that is so like controversial, especially with people like wanting to join things and they want it to look a certain way. You can't always do it by crocheting it together. It'll just work if you just use glue.
If I had sewn like the edges of the frame down or the edges of the light, it would have kind of like smushed it down and curved it. I wanted it to look like it was just stuck on the wall. So I was like it
would be.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, glue 100%. I have no problems with it. And I love the aesthetic. It looks so cool.
It is just so awesome. It is so awesome. Try and get like a close up. There we go. So you guys can see it like really close up. Like, it's just incredible, Alexis.
I remade multiple elements of it so many times. I started by making the person, and I remember someone earlier, we were talking about how they were struggling with the head turning out the wrong size a couple of episodes ago. I was I know. Now I always make the head first, and then I make the wig later because I made that mistake of the wig not fitting. So I made that, and I did the doll first, and then I had to base the dog on the person so it would kind of make sense, like the size.
And
then I had to remake the dog like 5 times because it kept becoming too big and I was going insane. And then I put the dog down, and then I did the whole rest of the piece, and then I went back to the dog. It was a wild ride, but it always is.
Cool. So what kind of brush did you take to the dog?
Oh, so the dog is just acrylic yarn that I use, just like a pet brush that I just bought, just to comb it, and that like obviously breaks the yarn up and makes it stand out. For the tail, I did do the tail with loop stitch that I spread open with a darning needle, and then I just brushed it with a pet brush. And that's how you can get that nice fuzzy effect without having to use like a really difficult yarn. Yeah. I mean, like, it will get patchy in places, like it's hard, but it still looks
like, make
really
it
cool.
Consistent.
Yeah, it's hard to get consistent.
But it looks great.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm a big fan of doing that, and you know, the worst thing that can happen is that you'll scratch your own hand with the pet brush because of the wire teeth.
Yeah.
And that did happen to me a few times, but otherwise, I protect the eyes with a little bit of painter's tape, and I just brush. Yeah, because I've not done that before and learned the hard way, and then you get like a sandpaper eye, and it looks really bad. So
that's so smart. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
I did it the first time, and then when I ruined the eye, I was like, no, I have to redo the head.
And then you were explaining to me that you didn't actually use a tapestry crochet technique on the squirrel, right?
I didn't know how to do that, and I didn't know about stitch fiddle, so I just crocheted single crochets across and then cut it and then restarted on the other side over and over again. And the reason that I did that is because, you know, when you single crochet across and you go back, the lines look slightly different. Yeah. I wanted them to look completely uniform. Yeah. So I just like restarted on the right over and over and over again. And I just did it like, I had an idea of how I wanted the squirrel's body to look. And then I added the surface crochet just to really strengthen the elements of it. So you could see the individual limbs and the tail.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you didn't go off of a picture. You didn't go off of a graph.
No, I just was like, this is what I want the body to look like.
That's incredible.
I know, I'm very happy about how that turned out too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the detail is so good.
Thank you.
And then this is all on a board.
Yes, it's all on a foam core board. And then there's just layered pieces of cardboard behind this to get additional height, because this is the same stitch here. And it's just layered underneath, like on top of pieces of cardboard. And like wire and just polyfill. The paintings on cardboard as well that I just mounted to give it like that raised effect. And it's just, this is again just wire in the leash. I remember on another episode of Stitches, someone else was talking about how they crochet around wire, and I was asking them, how did you finish the end? Because I don't love that you can see like a little bit of glue sometimes. So I'm always interested if people have new techniques on how to clean that up in a way that it definitely won't slide off.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get that nice taper, like perfectly tapered pinpoint.
It is hard. Yeah. But I feel like you did an amazing job, even with the glue being seen a little bit. Like, it's still incredible.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely incredible,
Thank
guys.
you so much. I really want to crochet a sweater just like this for me to wear.
It's so
cute.
You matched it.
Yeah, it reminds me of the sweaters that were popular in the early 2000s that had like a little bit of like a business shirt hanging out the bottom.
Oh,
but,
yes.
But it wasn't two pieces.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, that's like Forever 21 right there. Yeah, like that's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good, Alexis.
Thank you so
It's
much.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I'm so glad to have brought it. I picked it up on Tuesday out in Pomona and then drove it home. Yeah.
And it was so nice to see it like amongst other crochet works like at the fair. It was just so cool. Like everybody, there's so many talented people.
It's so worthwhile to look and see if in your county, if they have different fairs that you can enter in. I think Orange County might still be accepting for their fair that's later this year, but they're all over the country. Mostly they all have home arts competitions, and it's just really fun. Usually it's like a couple of dollars to enter.
Right, because you said it was only like $5.
This was $3 or $4 to enter, and that's it. Yeah.
So you have really like nothing to lose.
Yeah, it's so
and then
fun.
you said that this was Dutch judging.
It's Dutch, well, at least with LA County Fair, it's Dutch judging, which means as long as you meet a criteria, you can get first place. So lots of people in my division also got first place. The specialty awards are like awards like this, where only like one person gets this. But it's really nice, especially if you are new to competing, like you'll walk home with a first place ribbon. And it's really like, it's just all good vibes, all joyful vibes. Other counties have different rules about how they allow people to enter. I believe, like, for example, Orange County, you have to submit a photo of what you're going to enter before they accept you into the competition. But I think it's just because they have less room.
Right.
So it just depends. Like,
they're not getting a bunch of the same stuff.
yeah, exactly. A bunch of the same stuff, and they want to leave that space for, like, I guess what they consider, like, competition worthy pieces. I'm not really sure exactly. But they all have different rules, and it's just really fun. Like SoCal Fiber Fair, I enter into them every year as well.
Okay.
And they're like, that again is like $3 to enter, and it's like nothing. It's so fun.
I kind of want to try.
You've got to.
But
if you place, you get like
stuff like make me so anxious.
Oh, but you can just think of it. I think of it as just like I'm showing off like work to people who really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I go to the home arts and I look at all the competitions and like tablescaping and like doorscaping, which I love. I love tablescaping. And
I had never seen tablescaping like
when we went.
Before we
I was so
went,
excited
and
for
I was
you.
like, what? And we were like reading all of the notes that were being left by the judges, like the wrong spoons are here. Like,
I love it.
Your silverware doesn't match your menu.
We should enter tablescaping, but we should crochet everything. Every single thing. The utensils, the plates, the glasses.
So fun.
That would be so. We would get 0 points. Because no, you're gonna do negative. Like you can't use any of this.
Like, the thing was that it had to be usable. Like
Yeah.
it had to be like, we could open this restaurant today.
Yeah.
And this is what we would set
And it was
on
like
the table.
all etiquette, like the spoon's the wrong length.
Exactly.
And like the
So it's
knife
like,
at the wrong angle.
If we were to do a
Yeah, it'd be so fun. I mean, we would just accept that it would just be fun to do and that it wouldn't be in any way a contender. Like, I would love to do that. Crochet plates and, like, crochet napkins, crochet a tablecloth, crochet a menu. Yeah, crochet glasses.
Crochet wine.
Yeah.
Crochet,
It'd
like...
be so fun. I think that'd be amazing.
Oh my gosh. That would be so funny. That would be so funny.
Crochet food. It would be really funny. And people would get a kick out of it.
So funny. I love that. I love that. Ukulele, I'm guilty as a hot glue hater.
It's okay.
Wow.
Sometimes I hate my hot glue gun because sometimes it gives me blisters. So sometimes I hate it too. I had one when I was getting married. I made all of my centerpieces and our invitations and everything. And my hot glue gun caught fire in my hands. It was really old and it smelled and I was like, that's weird. And I didn't put two and two together.
Like, smoking?
It started smoking. Yeah, like a lot of smoke. And I was like, that's weird. And I was like a very determined bride. I was like, I gotta finish this. And then it caught fire inside. And I was like, and I put it in like a sink full of water overnight because I was afraid that it would catch fire in like a dumpster.
Again. Yeah.
I was like, even though it wasn't plugged in, I was like, what if?
No, that would have paranoid me for like the rest of the week.
Oh yeah.
Like I would be in a cup, like in submerged, drowned in the water.
Yeah. Even when I light a candle, when I put the match out, I always put it in water.
Same. I do too. I will hold it under the sink water.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm like, I watch
there's
you.
no chance that you're gonna like.
Yes, I'm glad you feel the same.
in the trash can. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But
but what if? But what if?
But what if?
Yeah.
That is so funny. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mars. Everyone's all saying incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Looks like it should be in the museum or an art gallery.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so Mars asks, what method can I use to join my granny squares for a flat look? I've never joined granny squares together. So you could do any kind of join. There's so many kinds of joints. You could do a whip stitch join, which is just you taking a darning needle and just like connecting the two. A slip stitch join, a join as you go. All the joins. So many joins. Are you making it for a blanket or a sweater?
I like the mattress stitch.
Oh, the mattress stitch is a good one.
That's the only one I've actually done to join granny
that one is
squares.
like a back and forth kind of thing in the
Yeah.
loops that you then pull and it's like invisible.
Yeah, like a zigzag, but without angles. I guess technically 90 degrees is an angle, but you know what I mean.
I know
Like
what you mean. I know what you mean.
it's like an 80s computer game.
Exactly.
Angle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like before they could invent like. Not when it was back when it was like.
I love that.
Like
so
like
funny.
the snake game on the phone, the old snake phone game.
How you can only like you couldn't go diagonally.
Yeah, like the snake.
If you went diagonally, you had to go like this.
Yeah, and you had to like have him move around and not touch his own tail. It was just like,
So what did you bring to crochet?
I am working on the Yoga Girl pattern that I was working on last time. I think it's technically Yogi Girl. And I was working on it last time, and I promised that I would only work on it live. It has been brutal staring at that bag. I'm like, I want to make more progress because it's really hard, but I'm working on it. This is where I left when we left last stitches, so I'm very excited.
So you're moving on to the body, right?
I am on the body. I'm on the boot right now. I've have the arms done, and I'm hopefully going to finish the entire like midsection of the body, and then I'd love to start the head. But this time, I'm going to follow the pattern in order because when I make amigurumi, a lot of times I don't follow it in order. I'll just do like this element and this element. Like I'll bounce around. Yeah. Just like I'll do like what I feel like doing because some pieces take longer than others, so I don't always make it in order until, you know.
Okay, I never thought, I don't know if I've ever thought to do that. Like, let me do these pieces first and then come back and do this piece.
I do that.
That is so interesting.
If I have to join them, then I will obviously stick to the order. Like if I can delay joining them, I'll make them all separately or in different orders than it says, just to how I feel, like the vibe at the time. I don't know why, but I think it's like, it probably came from me being really frustrated with the head hair fitting issue in the past. And now I'm like, I will do like
so
the
then
head
in patterns,
and
what do they say to do? The hair or the head first?
It depends on the pattern. It really, I've seen it go both ways, but generally I see people say to do the head first and then the hair like second. But I think I got burned a couple of times by doing it. It was really my fault using different yarns and the tension issue. But now I sometimes bop around. But this time I'm literally following it like page by page by page. So that's exciting for me.
Okay. And does she have hair? She has hair, right?
She does have hair. It's like in a bun on top.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am working on Anchor the Octopus. I have missed working on him and was going to do something else today. But then I was like, I want to work on Anchor.
I'm so obsessed with Anchor. As soon as I walked in, I was like, so are you working on Anchor today?
You did.
I was like, because that's what I want to see. I was like, bring me that octopus.
Bring me the Anchor.
Yeah.
So I am working on Anchor today.
Nice.
I am going to be wrestling with this plush yarn once again. I call myself like doing this to help me, and I feel like I did it.
Did you try and put the stitch marker in to help you guide your stitches? This is the pattern that I'm working. So you can see her hair. She's got hair like that. And this is my this is my note that I used a 2.0 millimeter because sometimes patterns will tell you a range. And then if I take this hook out of the bag because I use it for something else, I'm like, what did I do? And then it's so vastly different if you go up like a half size. So now I write down on it what size I used if I'm not going to keep the hook in there.
No, that is very, very smart. That is so smart.
Don't learn the hard way, friends.
Because I have definitely done that where I was like, I'm pretty sure I used this hook for this pattern. And I hop back in and I'm like, why does this look like it's getting bigger?
Yeah.
Or smaller. I've definitely gone smaller too on accident.
Yeah.
So no, that's a really smart idea.
And sometimes it's tension, you know, but then you are basically like driving yourself insane where you're like, is it tension or is it the hook? Which element is off?
Right. Ukulele girl, wait, is the hair you make detachable like a wig?
Yeah. So a lot of times, like for her, That's like basically a wig that's put on top of like a bald head. And you can add more hair. Like if it ends up being the wrong size, you can add like a few more curls or, you know, move things around. But typically the patterns I see have a head where the hair is like a wig that goes on. For this one that I'm doing today, let me actually look at the hair and see.
Yeah, because that one almost looks like it's attached to like a wig.
I suspect that for this one, the head is both a combination of the hair and the actual like head face area, and then you do a ball that you attach for like the bun.
Because it looks like she had a little bit of a bang.
Yeah, let me see what's happening here. Oh my gosh. Just the other day I was like, should I get bangs? And I was like, oh, don't do this. Don't have this conversation again. I love bangs. Oh no, it is a toupee basically again. I'll show you.
A toupee?
Yeah. So I don't want to share too much of this pattern, but like there's the head and then this is the hair that gets slid on top of it. You can see there's the little bang.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you end up with like this essential look right here.
So do you have to go, do you go up a hook size a little bit, or
you don't? It's just a larger circle.
Just a larger circle.
At least
like maybe like by one. It's like not by much.
Yeah, it's not. If you go by too much, it really shows. And that's where I was saying sometimes I stuff polyfill under the wig, and it just is like they have volume, but it was my fault. I just like gave them volume.
That is so funny. Hi, Thrifty Crocheter. Hello, hello. Let's see. Where's the thing? Oh, there we go. I've never done that. The hair I make is sewn on. I have no idea how you would do a wig.
It's sort of like you just make the ball shape and then you make like the wig color in a half ball and then you just slide it over that body just like that. Like this could be a purple wig for if my hand were the face. That's basically it. It's really no big deal. It's just that you have to really make sure that like it fits snugly, because if it's too big it looks weird, and if it's too small it's got like a receding hairline. And I've had that happen. I made a ballerina for a friend's daughter and it had a hard receding hairline.
Oh no.
And I added all like tons of bangs just by doing chain stitches to like help with that, and it fixed the problem. But it was like, girl, it was bad. I was like, oh no, this bald ballerina. She's like worn her hair in a bun too much.
Pulled her hair back.
Exactly. It was like, ah.
That is so funny. Hi, Geraldine. Hi, I have been crocheting for over 60 years. Glue is a no for me. YouTube has given me new ideas. I travel the world of crochet via YouTube, from Somerset, England, UK, to seeing you in the US. Hi, Geraldine. Hello. Welcome, welcome. What did you bring to crochet? What did you bring to drink? So I find that very interesting.
Also, let me say hi to her because that's so cool. I love English. I was just counting, so I was like not. That's why I was like not talking.
Hello to the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find that it's very interesting how like polarized using glue on crochet is.
I would never use it for like a wearable. I did it once.
I was just about to say that.
I did it once because my ends were too short to weave in, but I would never use it for a wearable. For like things I'm not gonna cuddle, like a showpiece like that.
Right.
I
a
will.
Structure. Yeah. I feel like it completely makes sense.
Yeah.
Something wearable? Absolutely not.
Or like a stuffed toy that I'm gonna cuddle or give to someone. I would never put glue into that. But stuff like this, you know, like I will do that. But I understand ideally it would be nice to have it be like just crochet.
Just crochet.
Yeah, but like I just like
yeah, and like mixed medium arts exists.
Yeah.
And so now it's just like a mixed medium art.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially since you're using foam and wood as well and wire. Like might as well throw some glue in the mix, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a case by case basis. I wanted to figure out, so Madi, did you figure out what you're gonna do? Okay. So then, Madi, by the way, I collected all the yarn I need for my mesh shirt. Yay! Ooh. It's going to be a mix of two pinks, purple, and white. That sounds awesome. I love that color combination.
I like that too.
Today I'm ordering Premier's new multi-yarn. Yay, Roxana! You'll have to let us know how that goes.
I love Premier Parfait.
Do you?
That is like the plush yarn that I use the most.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that is my preferred plush yarn.
You said that. Fun. What do you like to use your plush yarn for?
Ooh, Ooh, like loaf cats, cuddly things I make, like squishes that I want to make for people. Or sometimes I like to take like what is a worsted weight pattern and size up like to like a 5.5 millimeter and make it with plush yarn. And
to make it
like
bigger.
A cute squishy version of it.
Cute squishy version.
Exactly.
I love that. I love making squishy versions of like amigurumi that's like typically done in like a worsted.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Me too.
Love that. Annie, early morning here in New Zealand. Hello. I have a cuppa and eating breakfast. No crochet just yet.
Oh, that's nice though.
That sounds very cozy.
What kind of tea are you drinking?
Yes, what kind of tea are you drinking? Ukulele girl, this weekend I have to crochet 2 pigs, 1 elephant, a Pokeball, 1 Pikachu, and a camera somehow. Oh my gosh,
that's
for
so
what?
Cool.
What is this for? What details? What is this for?
I like that. That's a fun combination.
And that sounds like a really fun, busy weekend for crochet. I love it. So, we were talking earlier. Did you catch the Stitches episode from Thursday with all the hot goss? All of the tea from Michaels and Joanns? So what do you feel about it? Here's a quick TLDR. Michael's purchased Michael. Mr. Michael.
Let's call him Mike. We're going to get to know him. He's Mike.
Yeah, so Mike went and purchased all of Joann's IP for their yarn and fabric and is going to be selling them come the end of the year. So that includes Big Twist and Joann's exclusive printed fabrics. How do we feel?
I love Joanns. Joanns left my city many years ago, and it was devastating. So I've been driving to like Los Angeles as one for a long time. But Michael's is really close to me. So I'm very excited about having this option that's like 10 minutes away instead of what would be with like our famous Southern California traffic an hour away. So I'm excited about that. I hope that they actually have a lot of yarn on display. There isn't a lot of yarn at my Michael's. It's
okay,
like
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask that because we were talking about that. Like, where are they going to put all of this stuff that they get? Because a lot of Michael's are one, small.
Yes.
2, have way too many home goods stuff.
Oh, no. You know what they should get rid of? The framing department and have that be all yarn.
I mean,
all yarn.
It's like, so the framing department at Michael's holds like a special place in my heart only because it's where I used to go with my parents to get art framed.
Oh, yeah.
But it's huge.
Yeah. Keep it there. I shouldn't say get rid of it, but make it smaller.
Yeah, it could be a little smaller.
Yeah, just a little
and
smaller.
Then just like the home section area of just like garden gnomes.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
fair.
all of the fake flowers, like the Michael's near me.
Yeah,
has like 6 aisles of fake.
Yeah, mine
foliage.
too has tons and tons of fake foliage. It has like a good amount of scrapbooking, which I love. I love scrapbooking too. But it would be nice to have less fake foliage and more yarn.
Yeah, just less home goods. Like mine is literally across the street. Like it's not even across the street. It's across the parking lot.
Yeah.
From a gigantic home goods store. It's right on top of a TJ Maxx.
Wait, is it literally next door to Home Goods? Because mine is next door to Home Goods. You don't go to the one on Sawtelle, do you? There's no way it's not close to you.
No,
mine's on Sawtelle. Okay, mine's on Sawtelle, but it's next to a Home Goods too. It like shares a wall with it. That's so weird.
Does Mike own Home Goods?
Like, what's going on there? We'll have to see.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like every time I go to Michael's, there's a Home Goods and a Marshalls or a Home Goods and TJ Maxx.
It was a Marshalls before, I think, and now it's on top of a Marshalls, but next to a Home Goods. So mine's like
mine. Wait, so is mine TJ Maxx or a Marshalls? Maybe it's Marshalls.
It's either a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx, and then on top is the Michael's next to a Home Goods. The Home Goods did used to be a
copy and paste.
Maybe they. I think the Home Goods used to be a PetSmart, and then it became a Home Goods like 3 or 4 years ago.
I can't remember what mine was because it was vacant for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway. So yeah, that we were talking about how we don't know if there's going to be room.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do with the yarn section? Like, can they make the yarn section bigger? Is everything going to be online? Of course, I went to my good friend Reddit and was checking other people's opinions. And they were saying how they're like not looking forward to it. They're not happy. There's a lot of people who are not happy with Mike grabbing Joann's fabric because they're like, well, they're just going to be online. It's just going to be an online catalog. But it said specifically online and in store for the 600 products that Mike is acquiring from Joann. So I feel like I want to hold some hope out for like Mike actually
measuring up
measuring up to what was Joanne's paradise.
Yeah.
Like, and so them purchasing and acquiring the IP and of course like Big Twist and stuff, I was like, wait, so then is Hirschner's not doing Big Twist anymore? Like, how are these contracts gonna work? I know we know that Mary Maxim has the 1 pound of Big Twist. And is this going to change that? Like, or what are they going to get? Like, which Big Twists are they going to hold? Like, is she in here? I don't think so. We had a request specifically for Supernova, Vortex, Posh, Value, like all of the Big Twists. So we're just going to cross our fingers. Michael's clearly heard the uproar in Big Twist being gone forever and is taking advantage of that. So I just say that we keep like yelling. We keep saying what we want. And hopefully Mike has his listening ears on and will provide. Measure up.
Do you have the Michaels app?
I do.
Do you know that you can just go to the website and get the coupons and not have to have the app? It might have different coupons on the app, but you don't have to like have it on your phone.
So I do both.
You do both?
But I feel like the coupons have changed. I feel like the coupons have changed.
Ooh.
Like, because there used to be like mad deals. Like I said, I used to be a Michaels girly.
Yeah.
I used to go to Michaels for all of my yarn. And then I noticed that Big Twist had a better selection in color.
They do have a better color. Sometimes I like the sheen of loops and threads, but like I do agree that the Big Twist color is like really nice.
The Big Twist colors are very, very nice. And so that's what made me start going to Big Twist. So I hadn't been to Michael's in a while, and then when I came back, I noticed that their coupons were different. And that like Joann just had better coupons, so I started just staying at Joann. But yeah, I would go to their website, look at the coupon section, put in my location, and like stack those coupons.
If the Joanns near me, like an hour with traffic, was as nice as the Joanns that was near you, I would drive that hour. Like,
Yeah.
Like, because that was a beautiful Joanns.
I know. I'm so bummed that like you only started going as it was closing.
I know. Did you see that video of that girl on IG who lit a candle and played a trumpet?
Yes.
It's like, oh.
It made me so sad
made
to
me
watch.
so sad.
It made me so sad to watch. And especially with like the lights going out and Joann in the background.
Yeah.
It's made me so sad to watch.
Where are they going to put the cutting table? Because that's a huge thing.
Right.
If they have fabric, they're going to have a cutting table.
Because my Joann, I don't know if it sells fabric.
It did upstairs.
There's no... I mean, I'm sorry, not the Joann, my Michaels.
And my Michaels doesn't... I don't even know if Michaels sells fabric at all.
But Michaels does sell fabric.
Oh, do they? I've never
But
bought it from
the sections
them.
are really, 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 really small. So, like, people don't go there.
I had no idea.
But the Michaels that is nearest to me does not have a fabric cutting table.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I might have to visit, like, frequent my Michaels a bit more. We're not going to buy yarn, though, because of the summer stash bash.
Yes.
But I might have to go...
You should go to mine because it's in micro. It's in one of our micro Tokios in LA, and we can get ramen after.
We should go. Yeah, we should go. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, now I know which one you
on Olympic and Sawtelle. Yeah. Yes. And it's near that building with the beautiful like neon aquarium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I know which one you go to now.
Yes.
Okay. Eilish, so did Michaels buy out Joann's or did someone else put them out and Michaels is getting the yarn and decor and whatnot? The second one. So a private equity firm bought Joann's, which is never a good sign. And they got out of business. And then Michael swooped in and was like, hey. How's it going?
Yeah.
How's it going? So I see you got some yarn and some fabric and some sewing machines and a bunch of other stuff that you don't need anymore.
You know what would be a power move for Michaels to do? Release a limited edition Joann's colored yarn set.
And fabric set.
Yeah, and fabric set. And just like, I would buy Joann's label fabric that has like little Joann's label or little Joann stores on it. I mean, you can make a little... Oh, that'd be so sweet.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm saying. So we need to be sure that Michael is listening, that Michael has his listening ears on.
Is he listening to us right now?
Are you listening to us, Michael? Mikey? You heard it here, folks. We want Joann fabric.
Like literally. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Hi, Annette. How are you? How's it going? Thank you for joining. What'd you bring to crochet? What'd you bring to drink? Hi, LG. How are you? What did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? Mari, I'm gonna meet the shopkeeper tomorrow and I've prepared a huge bag of all my stuff. It's been a busy week. Mari, congratulations.
Congratulations.
I hope that it goes well.
Me too.
Oh my goodness. Oops. Michelle, I'm still working on and hopefully finishing my mesh fluffy dress. How is that going? LG, also the hodgepodge packs of yarn from Hirschner's and knit sub box from Hooks and Needles. I hope that you really enjoy that. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Michaels did the same thing to other big stores. What else did Michaels get?
I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Roxana?
Michaels is like no face, just like eating up.
I know, just like
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. Was it you, Roxana, that told me on the Thursday live? I think we had talked about that. How it got.
Oh, oops.
It was just pulling all of the stores, but I can't remember which ones you had said. Oh, AC Moore. Interesting. Oh, and another fabric store. What was the other fabric store?
Was it like an in-person fabric store?
Yeah.
Was it Mood?
No.
Not Mood Designer Fabrics.
No.
I remember that from Project Runway.
Store that Michaels took over as well. They did the same thing to AC Moore and nothing. I'm not happy. They were just downsizing their yarn a year ago, and now they're bringing back all their yarn. I just have a different opinion. Roxana, that is totally fine. They don't even have a cutting table. Yeah, it's very interesting. They're probably going to use the table for frames. Oh, they do have a gigantic table
they do
for
have a
frames.
big table for frames. That's true.
Maybe they should downsize frames. I think you were onto something there, Alexis. Annette Coffee and still working on my C2C Grafgan. Very nice. What's the image that you're working on this time? Mars, what kind of bag do you use for your whips when you're on the go?
Ooh, okay. So many. I like a standard tote works really well. I like to have I have too many totes, so I keep like multiple whips. Like each bag has its own whip with the pattern, and sometimes the hook is in there, depends. And like I just take that to go. Otherwise, I have like really cute yarn bags that like cinch shut and they have like a flat bottom so that like I can kind of put them down and roll them open. Yeah, those are like really cute ones. I love it.
Yeah, I just use totes. I grab a tote bag, especially like I really like the thinner kind of tote bags because then I can put it in my big tote bag that I carry around that has like my wallet.
Your bag of bags.
I have a bag of bags.
Yeah. I'm not judging. I have bags of bags.
And that's how I usually carry around my whips. I keep my whip, of course, like my project, the pattern if I printed it out, the yarn, a hook if I'm not using it for something else. And now I actually like throw this in there. Ooh. Like I'll throw it in there if it's not in another bag or like whatever whip I'm taking with me. I'll just be sure this is in there because it's really nice compartments.
Yeah.
Bam. Influencer hand.
Like a little travel pill thing.
Yeah. It's like one of those like
nice.
travel, like throw your things in there for traveling.
And I love that it's clear. So you're not like, which one is it in?
Which one is it
yeah,
in?
You just can see
so
it.
my top one is stitch markers. This one has fancier stitch markers. This one has my measuring tape. And this one's for my like ends and my tails.
Yeah.
I want to get like a cute little like scissors that I can tie around that'll hang
sweet.
off. That has like the ones that you have with the case, the little cover on them.
Or you know what you could do?
Yeah.
This is just me pulling more people into using glue. You could crochet a little top that has a little house that the scissors fits in and glue it on.
Glue it on.
Glue it on, yeah. But it's like, and then you could like have the little scissors have a house.
That would be so cute.
Or like a little pocket that the scissors slip into.
So then it's flat.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be really cute.
That'd be really
like pocket
cute.
cover.
Yeah.
And then just like phew.
Right there. Like a little scissors sheath out of crochet. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
so cute.
Also, I have some yarn that I think might be enough to do that with.
I was telling Andrew, in the vein of like carrying your tools and stuff around with you, I was telling Andrew that like, did you ever watch like the Little Princess movie from like the 90s? They came out like The Secret Garden was like another type of those movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like Miss Minchin, the little princess who's like the villain. She's like the woman who runs like the school for girls. Anyway, long story short, she's like very like Victorian, and she has like one of those Victorian belts where they like have all
They
their
have, like, a
keys
little-
and all
yeah.
their tools
Yeah,
hanging.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I want that. And hang my little scissors and like a little crochet hook. And like all that stuff, just like hang it right there.
Wait,
and,
have
like,
you seen, there's a crocheter, I'll have to send it to you on IG.
Yeah.
And they made a bunch of little pouches that look like
I
little
met
fairy
one
pouches.
during Yarn Crawl who had little pouches and
Yeah.
had all
Oh,
things in it.
yes.
Yeah, and like I love that
It's so
idea.
cute. It's so cute.
I love it so
I love
much.
it. Oh, Hancock. That's what it was. They bought Hancock fabric. Michael said. So
okay.
Mike is going around. I'm like, why am I whispering like he's
like,
listening? Mike is going around and just like
just eating them, but he's not putting tables in.
but not putting tables in
That's
this one.
not good.
So I am kind of I don't know. I don't know how I feel about buying all of the Joann IP and all of the Joann yarn and all of the Joann fabric, because I'm just like, where is this all going?
Yep.
Did you just do it just to do it? Or are you really going to like show up? Like, are you going to put it out there? It's not just going to be online. People can go in and touch the fabric. People can go in and touch the yarn. Are we going to expand our yarn section? Can we like focus more on the crafts, Mike? Focus more on the crafts, less on the home stuff. Because, and I keep harping on that because my Michael's is as soon as you go in, it's just home things, home and garden. I feel like I have to go in and dig for the actual craft things.
Mine definitely is. It's like seasonal decor is like the middle. Like if the store is like a square, the whole, like and
The
craft,
entire middle.
the entire middle is like seasonal decor.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've bought many a cute mushroom seasonal decor items for my
Oh, no,
apartment.
Steve, all of our like
Yeah.
the fake plants
Yeah.
in our bathroom that has no windows.
Yeah.
All of that's from Michael's. That
I
was
love
during
it.
their like Easter sale.
I love it, but I do agree. I would rather see more craft space there. Yeah.
Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Super Mario, my own graph. Annette, I can't wait to see
That's so
that. I
cool.
can't wait to see that. Tote bags are the best for road trip while crocheting. I completely agree. So there was this like little hack that I tried out because I'd seen a video on it where the plastic
Ziploc.
bag.
I love it.
These
Yeah.
Ziploc bags, you cut holes on the side
Yeah.
and then you put your yarn in.
Yeah.
And you put that in your bag so that your yarn isn't moving around. So I have a backpack that I typically take with me when I am traveling. And I'm always just like throwing yarn in there and it's always unraveling or getting tangled up with each other. And I tried that Ziploc bag method. And while wasteful, I will admit, while wasteful, it was very, very helpful. And so now I actually want to crochet some like little bags with like holes on the side to just throw my yarn in so that it doesn't get all mixed up and tangled.
Yeah.
I can do a center pull and it stays nice and neat in the bag.
I like that. You could reuse the Ziploc. I use Ziploc
I do.
all the
I've
time.
reused the ones that I've cut holes
Yeah,
in.
but I understand what you mean about like it being wasteful. That's really nice. I'm going to Minnesota at the very end of the month for a week to visit my husband's family, and I'm going to try that out.
You should,
I'm
because
going
it was
to.
really nice to have my yarn organized.
I like that.
And then like on the plane when we were flying, I just pulled the bags out and laid them out on the tray.
Yeah.
And it wasn't messy. My yarn wasn't touching the gross like airplane tray.
Yeah.
And I was just crocheting. It was so nice. It was so nice. Michelle, new merch ideas. Fanny pack to store their hooks, darning needles, scissors, stitch markers. You had me at fanny pack.
I have so many fanny packs in my Amazon cart right now, and they all have strawberries on them, and I'm like, that one comment might have just tipped it over into checkout. You know, just like I really like that idea.
That is so funny. Yeah, I can't wait to see Annette. I know I got the Michael's coupon too. Have you been getting like bombarded with Michael's coupons lately?
No.
Like after their announcement, I got a text. I've gotten an email.
I'll sign back up. I might have like unsubscribed because it might have been like too much at the holidays when I was like, leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I wasn't
But, like,
getting emails and texts before this announcement this week, and now I am.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I'll resubscribe. Also, I have to say, like, a factory knot.
What?
You
That
never
factory knot is awful.
Oh, this is a terrible factory knot. But I also am like, oh, factory knots. Like I accept why they exist, but that's a terrible one, and I won't trust it.
No, it's literally it's coming undone.
It's a terrible knot. Do you ever do the magic knot?
Literally coming
What's
undone.
what's your knot preference?
So right now, like it used to be a square knot, and then I realized it was coming undone.
Oh.
Like my square knots were nice square knots, I thought. And then they started coming undone. So I actually do a magic knot now.
Oh, I do the magic knot too.
Yeah, I do the magic
that's
knot
my
for
preference.
everything now.
Yeah.
It's definitely become my preference on knotting my stuff.
Yeah.
So that is so
That's
interesting. That
bad.
was a really bad
Oh,
one.
here, can I add it to your jar?
Yes.
Your ends.
My ends jar. My
Your
ends jar is
little
getting
ends.
full.
It
Like,
is
even
full.
with like, it's getting there.
It is.
Yay.
Did I I brought
Speaking
my
of ends,
Yeah.
yes. So, some context for, especially for our new friends,
Yeah.
I started collecting my tails and my ends of my yarns in order to fill a pillow. I want to make a pillow and stuff it with just the ends I've collected over, it could be years.
Yeah.
Before it gets full.
Exactly.
And look what Alexis brought today.
This is 5 years of ends.
5 years. That is
You can
so
kind of see through
wild.
the bag. You can see all the colors that are in there. This is just a project bag that I was given when I bought yarn, I'm guessing. And I've just been stuffing ends into it for 5 years. And now I've made I want to make a nice pillow because your idea is so great. And then I'm going to stuff it with this.
I mean, you already have the pillow.
I have it right
you
here.
You just have to crochet
and it's a firm boy. It's like...
Yeah, this is like...
It's dense.
Like,
yeah. It's really...
It's dense.
Yeah. Now, it would be interesting, this is so silly, but like when it comes to traveling hacks, to get like an airplane neck pillow that has a zipper and then stuff it with yarn for your project. So you can bring more yarn on the plane. But yeah, so this is all my ends for 5 years. I've been collecting them because I didn't know what to do with them and I didn't want to throw them away. So you can see the inside.
That is incredible.
Ooh, all different weights, all different kinds. So there's
That
like
is
wool
just
and
so
acrylics.
Incredible.
It's a little what's that thing when you're a kid and you're like, let's put all of our stuff together with our school and then bury it in the ground for like 10 years?
A capsule.
It's a capsule, yeah, like a time capsule. It's a little time capsule. So there's like mohairs.
Oh my god.
Just different things in here.
And then like you can, if you were to go through that, you could like remember what projects you
like
made.
all these like little bits and pieces.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's like fun. Like I remember I got this
so
one.
wild.
This one's from the UK. I remember that
Yeah,
one.
see, like that
Yeah.
is so fun that you can go through and be like, oh yeah,
Memories.
I made this. Because
Yeah.
like even with this jar,
Yeah.
because of how I've been stuffing it, I
Yeah.
can tell what I was crocheting when.
It looks like a geological study.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
Do you guys collect your ends? What do you do with them? Okay, let's see. I don't... Oh, tote bags with grommets. The best method for me.
Oh, that's a good idea. And you could just get I think it's like a grommet hammer mallet thing that have you put grommets on something before? I tried once and I like damaged a table. So I haven't tried again.
Oh no, I've seen
like
I've seen the punches.
I've seen like
so
ones
that
where
you don't have to
hammer it.
hammer.
Oh, I'll have to try.
Yeah, there's one I've seen where it like you put the pieces on the fabric and then you put the thing on and you squeeze it as opposed to banging it and it'll like bend.
I'm a grommet novice, so I made the mistake of getting the hammery one. But I will have to try this other method.
I don't like Joann and Michael's stores. I always shop at Hobby Lobby because it's closest and better stock. I would like a better and close yarn store where the owners stand for better things than Hobby Lobby. Eilish, I get what you're saying. That is tough.
It is nice when a store has a good parking lot. If they have a good parking lot, they win me over. My Michael's has a great parking lot, and it's down the street from where I can get sushi to go.
Yeah, so ours is a great parking lot too.
Yeah, so that makes a big difference.
And Jenya.
Yeah.
So we can get ramen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited.
Yeah.
There's the Najia grocery store right down the street from mine. Is there a Najia next to yours now too?
No, there isn't.
Like, this is too similar.
I feel like we just need to do a Michael's trip.
Yeah.
Especially once they have Big Twist and all the fabric and everything. So they said that it wouldn't be until December.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting though.
That's what we were saying, like hypothesizing in our Thursday live that they're going to be like prepped for Christmas.
Yeah.
They're going to try and have it out and stuff for Christmas.
That makes sense.
Which is kind of interesting because I feel like for Christmas projects,
it's too late.
You would want,
Yeah.
December's too late. So I feel like it should be like October, November, at the very latest. I think like, is it Lisa in here is already working on Christmas stuff? Like there are people who are used to doing Christmas things every year that start very, very early. Do you typically do stuff for Christmas?
I do stuff for Christmas. Sometimes I have people order things as gifts for other people, and I make them as gifts to myself, or I make them for sales. And I would say that I definitely start it early, like in the fall. Like I don't really want people to ask for things in any point in December. It's so busy.
Right.
But I mean, I'll do it. You know, I always squeak them in, but like it's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I couldn't imagine. I don't typically make a bunch of gifts for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't imagine doing something like late like that.
Yeah.
Eilish, what are you guys making? So I am working on Anchor the Octopus.
And I'm working on Yogi Girl.
Yogi Girl.
Yeah. Yogi Girl.
Oh, I think
the link
let me
to
see
them.
because I might have taken them out of this live because I wasn't sure what we were going to be working on today. And I had forgotten that you said you were going to bring yours.
Yes.
So let me put the links in our video.
In the meantime, I can show you the photo. It's a black and white photo because it is my old printer. But I can show you in the meantime. This is what mine's going to look like. This beautiful yoga goddess. And I'm doing her in like a purple yoga outfit. Because I love purple.
I cannot wait to see that finished.
Yeah,
I really can't.
Right now I have her like lower body and her midriff area. Her arms are in the bag. I did the arms last episode. And hopefully I'll get the whole torso done today.
Okay, so it should be in our description what we are working on. Links to the patterns to what we are working on today.
I had to count again.
No, you're fine.
I was like, wait a minute.
Let's see. So every knot I try comes undone. I would absolutely try the magic knot.
Absolutely.
I have a shorts tutorial on how to do it, and I need to do like a full video tutorial. But the magic knot, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I've never had a magic knot come undone.
I've never had a magic knot come undone now. And I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? That is the best way for joining yarn.
Yeah.
The best.
It's like the only one that brings me comfort because you can do like 4,000 knots in a row, but nothing's as strong as a magic knot because it tightens against itself.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And honestly, it's like sometimes I don't hate a factory knot because out of all the knots that like could be done, I feel like that one would be the strongest. Sometimes I feel like it depends on the fiber, depends on the brand. I will examine my factory knots and see like, okay, do I trust this? Is this gonna be okay? Is this just ugly? Before like I might cut it out and just do my own knot. But do you cut every factory knot or do you keep some? Oh no, count. You're fine. I am like,
I cut out all the factory knots.
you do?
I don't leave any of them in. I can't trust it. It's just too, I don't trust it. So I switch them all for magic knots. Like universally. I think like, I don't think I've ever one time left a factory knot in. I think I've always cut them out. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Yeah, definitely. It depends on the fiber for me. It depends on the yarn. It depends on the project. Like if it's a project where I don't want those kinds of knots to show.
Yeah.
Then I will cut it out. But if I don't mind it showing, like if there's a right side and a wrong side, then I'll just leave it.
Yeah. I keep getting accidentally burned by this pattern because like there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, it has me do like 6 single crochets followed by decrease followed by 6 single crochets. And that's what you're repeating. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, 6 single crochets decrease. And that's what I'm repeating. And I'm leaving off the third hat. You know, the third, what I'm saying, like there's the first.
Oh, it's 6 single crochet, decrease 6 single crochet.
And then that's what I'm repeating. And I'm repeating that set of 3. Instead, I'm repeating the set of 2. And then I end up with, I'm like, why am I like 6 stitches off? And I'm like, so I just undid it. That's the second time that's happened to me.
I've done that so many times. I have to go back and like, what is the repeat section? What is the repeat section? And then like, I'm always like second guessing myself. So I feel you. I'm always second guessing myself.
It happens when I'm like, oh, I'm so experienced with Amigurumi. I'm confident. And then that hubris is like, no.
JK.
It's like, no, you don't know. You cannot count.
Ideal Creations. Hi, watching you from Sri Lanka.
Ooh, that's so cool. We should have a map where we can like, put like a little, that'd be so
This is so awesome. We have so many friends from all over the world. I love it. This is what this is all about. Here comes the cheese, guys. This is what this is all about. Community.
Yarn over hook. But truly, it's lovely. For so long, I crocheted alone. And like, it's so nice to have a community of people online, a community of people in person. It's just, we all together. It is the fabric of the world.
It is just so, it's so nice. And we were talking about it in the other live, like how fun it is to be able to crochet with other people, because this is just like this could be a very isolating hobby.
Yeah.
Like crafting can be a very isolating hobby, and being able to do stuff with crochet friends from everywhere
Mm-hmm.
is just like, it's so nice. It's so lovely.
I agree.
And thank you for being here, friends. Thank you
Yeah.
for hanging out with us on your Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Sonia, hello. How are you? I rarely cut out the factory knot. Yeah, I'm the same. I rarely cut them out.
That's my anxiety, so don't worry about that. It's like
You're
anxiety.
fine. That literally just popped into my head. That is so stuck in my head. Ukulele girl, almost done with the elephant body now.
Ooh.
Yay, I can't wait to see it.
Me too.
If you guys are on Yarn Over Hook, please post oh my gosh. I combined photo and picture both ways.
Yeah.
Please post a picture of what you're working on. We would love to see what you're working
then I
on.
can
We
see
have
it.
it
I'd love
on
it.
we have it up here. So please let us know what you are working on. We would love to see it. If you aren't on Yarn Over Hook yet, join us. It's for free, and you can join via the link in the description. Super easy, super fast.
Yeah, we post our finished work, our in progress, other things we make in between the episodes. People ask for help, tips and tricks, just general good vibes. Oh, look at that! Okay, wait.
Body, what am I making?
Ooh, and
Oh, I wish I saw this
horse?
before you said you were making
oh, it's the
head.
elephant.
It's the elephant.
I love that. Let me ask you this question: if you were to crochet pants for that elephant, would the pants be for all four legs or just the back
Or just
two
the
legs?
back
Yeah,
two
where's the pants?
Where would you put your pants,
Yeah.
ukulele girl?
Oh my gosh.
I also love that you use a strand of yarn to mark your stitches.
Mhm.
I have yet to try that method out. Do you do that at all, Alexis?
Oh my god, I've tried and I've never succeeded at it. I don't understand.
I don't understand it
I've
either.
tried one time. Okay, this is what it is. I have been doing it the other way for a million years.
The other
and
way
I,
being
like
the
with the
stitch
stitch marker. And I tried it once and I was like, I don't get it. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to learn a new technique right now while I'm making this piece. And then I put it down. I really just should pick it up because it looks truly better.
It looks very
looks-
simple
yeah.
because then you're sure that your stitches are lining up and everything. But like for me, my thing is that now I'm gonna have to remember to crochet over it correctly, or I'm gonna mess it up. And it's just like one more thing for me to remember. So what do you guys prefer? Oop, that's a pull. Yay! Okay. How do you mark your stitches? Oh, is that not how you spell stitches? That isn't. Hold on. Please hold. Stitches. There we go.
They're just those things that like I learn like later and like I have to commit to it. Like for instance, the foundation chain method that you prefer, I finally have like really committed to learning the muscle memory of it. Now I love it. Now I would never go back. I would never do a chain row and then single crochet into it.
Yeah, but it takes you a second to like...
So like exactly. And it's always like something like the beginning of a project where I'm like, well, I'm not going to learn this new method at the very beginning of this project. But now I'm really glad I did. I used it on like the secret items that we shared at the beginning of this episode.
They were kind of close on like what those items were. You guys got a little close. Safety pin, hairpin, and then I'll put an other section and you guys let us know what you use if it's not listed. Okay. There we go. What do you mark? How do you mark your stitches? What do you mark your stitches with? That's what I should put.
Yeah. What do you mark your stitches with?
Yeah, that's a bit more specific.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't be like, how do you count your stitches?
Right,
It's like,
right.
What do you mark with?
What do you mark your stitches with? Stitch marker, strand of yarn, safety pin or hairpin, other. And if you select other, you gotta let us know what you use.
Yeah.
Rock the vote, friends. Woo! Okay. Ukulele girl, on the back two legs, where would the shirt go? That's a good question. Because, yeah, if you did put it, if an animal's like this and you did put it on all four, how
Where
would you
would the
put the
shirt go?
shirt? There'd be no
That's
arms.
so interesting.
Yeah, so then the pants have to go on the back two legs.
Have you ever watched Centaur World?
No.
It's really funny. It's a cartoon. It's on Netflix. It's so funny. But there's like it's seemingly like just hilarious and goofy, but then there's like real heart and like stakes are there, and it's like really, really good. But there is like conversations like that happen, and then it's like, wait, where do they have two hearts? Because that's like they have a chest and then like a horse body, And it's just like,
Oh,
how would
that's true.
how would it work for them?
That is so funny.
So
That
it just
is
makes me
so
think of that,
funny.
like centaurs would have like a t-shirt and then they'd have pants.
Oh,
But yeah, I think you're
guess
right.
so.
Where would
where would their shirt go? That is very
that's
smart.
so interesting.
Hi, Nairo. How are you? I'm so glad that you're able to catch us. Hello. Yes, Eilish community.
Community.
Oh my goodness. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. When I use stitch markers, I can't figure out if I put it into the first or last stitch, but the yarn is in between the first and last stitch.
Oh.
How do you... Oh, yeah, it is in between.
It is in between, because like if I were to put it here, the
That is
yarn's
so
there.
interesting.
I guess you'd have to, if you're using colored stitch markers, if you always use green at the first stitch, that would tell you like green means go, this is the start. Or, you know, and then red could be the last stitch. And then you could mark
if
them
you needed
both.
something like that.
Yeah, you could mark both the first and the last, and then
But
you
that
could
is
color code it.
interesting though, because I feel like it's just been universal, because you put yours on the first stitch of your row.
I do put on the first.
Yeah, I feel like that's the universal way to go. But I hadn't thought about that. Like, would you put it on the end or would you put it at the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So then using that, it's right in between. And then you know, this is the start of this row, this is the end of this row.
I have a thought
That's very interesting.
that it would always go on the first, only because when you're doing really open crochet, sometimes, you know, you chain up and then you're like, da, 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 and then later you work back into that chain, right? So you would I have to mark that so that I can figure out where in that chain I'm entering. So I would always put it in what would be the first stitch I would work into next.
Right.
So it would be in my first stitch.
It's
and
always my first stitch.
Yeah, so I couldn't put it in my last if I ever did open crochet work, because that would be too hard to get into.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be. That makes sense. Michelle, that's so sweet. I have to leave and teach a dance class. I'm taking my phone with me. I technically don't start for another 50 minutes. Yay, so you can still hang out for a little bit.
Dance.
I just don't do magic circles. I do a back bump method that never gets loose.
Oh, back bump is good. Back bump, I am teaching someone to make a blanket out of plush yarn, and he is doing, the first row is like back bump. That's hard in plush yarn. That was hard for me to see it. I put like 45 stitch markers in it just so we could see them. But like back bump in worsted, very doable. Back bump in t-shirt yarn, exceptionally doable. Like you can see it really well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because
I gave you t-shirt yarn.
You gave me t-shirt yarn, yeah, and you
out.
can see all the stitches with t-shirt yarn.
I know, it's like very nice.
There
it's
you
just
go.
if you're a tight crocheter,
Like
t-shirt
me,
yarn is not very
It's
fun
not
to work
your
with.
friend.
Do you guys work with t-shirt yarn? How do you feel about it? I don't think I've ever heard of that method for a magic circle though. I don't do magic circles. I do a back bump method that never gets loose.
Oh,
so
wait.
do you chain two?
I was getting confused about the back bump. I thought we were talking about like chain.
That's what I thought at first.
I thought we were talking about
but
like,
it's
the foundation chain.
No, it's a magic circle.
Oh, I don't know about that with magic circle.
Do you do the chain two and then you go back into that first chain?
I'm
Is that
curious
what
about
you're,
that.
What you're doing? Roxana scrap yarn. For which one, Roxana? Eilish, I use yarn ends to mark stitches, but I only crochet over it for 2 rounds, and I just look at the previous rows. That is some trust.
Ooh,
that
I
is
like
some
that.
trust.
Mhm.
Vivian, hello. How are you? How are you? The front 2 legs, then the pants on the back 2 legs. Yeah, that's the best method. A shirt on the front 2 legs.
I agree.
Pants on the back 2 legs.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that a lot because my brother asked me that question at least 2 times a week. That is so funny. Lindsay, this is the best group that I found. Everybody respects each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's
I love
community.
it. Community.
Yarn over hook. Here's another question. If you had an elephant with no pants, no shirt,
Right.
but it only had shoes on, would it have 4 shoes or 2 shoes? Does that rock the foundations of the way you think about it?
It would have to have 4 because
It would have
all
to have 4
legs
all
are
4
on the
so it has 4, it has
ground.
4 shoes, but the pants. Maybe
But
you
the
could,
pants are still only at the back.
Yeah.
And the t-shirts at the
Yeah.
front. But that's weird because then you'd have t-shirt and shoes. Oh no, this is why animals don't wear clothes.
This is why I don't animate animals.
Or if you do, just put them either they're two-legged or no clothes.
Have them upright walking like that, like, what's it, like Balbabar or something. There's like a cartoon elephant from like a long time ago, and it's like they all walk on two legs and they're fully dressed.
Oh, what cartoon is that?
It was like Babar, Babal. It's something with like a lot of sounds. I can't think of what it is. I feel like it was before my time. And I just like, it's like a very gentle cartoon elephant.
It's probably one of those things like the mandala method, like mandala effect.
Like Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, Berenstain Bears.
That's not fair. Like,
that's still like every time that image comes across like my feed or anything, I just swipe past because I'm like I don't even know anymore at this point.
Yeah, like who knows? There's so many mandala effect things that are just like very upsetting to me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yes, Roxana, for marking stitches. So it can be a strand of yarn or a yarn scrap. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of like weave it in between your first and last stitch as you're going on your project in the round. I think to transition, I'd have to do it simultaneously with a stitch marker for a little while till I got really used to how it looked. Yeah, because I feel like I'd have to remember that I have to pick it up or I have to place it or I have to crochet around it. Exactly. In order to mark correctly. Because so much of like learning to crochet comfortably is learning how to like read your crochet regardless of like counting. You like you can just look at it and be like, oh, that's this stitch. Or like I'm like, to figure out where I was in this pattern at the beginning of this episode, I just counted up and I could tell like, okay, I'm here. And like I could tell just from looking at that. In the past, I would have had to write it down, mark it, you know. Right. So just learning to read. So I couldn't read marking my beginning and end like that yet. I'd have to depend on both methods till I could phase one out. Phase it. Exactly. Yeah, I would have to try that too. Like if I were to use, but I love using a stitch marker. I feel like it's the easiest thing when I start something new, like a new round. I put it on the loop on my hook. Yeah. And then do the first stitch that I know, like this is the first stitch of this round. And I like that because the stitch marker was on my hook. Because I think we were doing it together during the Easter egg. We did. I haven't fully transitioned because as it is, it's new. And I have to like try it like low stress, like full concentration vibes, and then I'm gonna try it because it seems really nice overall. Yeah, I mean that's the method I've just always done that. Yeah. Let's see. Where is this? We're both like, huh? And I'm like, wait a second, did I skip a page? Okay. Sonia, color coding and 2 stitch markers in the round is just too much work. Yeah, I'm working in the round. Definitely use a strand of yarn, but if I'm doing anything different where it would fall out, then yeah, locking stitch markers make more sense. That makes sense. I didn't even think about that, not being able to use a strand of yarn for something that's like a loose stitch. You wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't stay. I couldn't understand the back bump method. I just do a magic ring. It's chain 4. Bless you. Chain 4, 3 single crochet in the back bumps, then 3 normal crochet on the other side. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Yeah. I could see why that wouldn't come undone. But how do you cinch it tight? That's the only thing. That's the only reason why I always do a magic circle method. I love it because I love the cinch. That's why I tell people, I was like, I know you can do this with chain 2, but if you want that nice like you gotta learn the magic circle. And we do have a really good magic circle tutorial here on Yarn Overhook. A lot of people have found it very helpful, so definitely check that out. Oh, it is an excellent one. I link it in my patterns because it's very clear. Thank you. And people do them all different ways, but I really like the way that you teach it. Thank you so much. I do feel like it depends on what you're making. Yeah. Whether or not you need that good cinch. If you're starting from like the bottom of something and you're not gonna see, that cinch, then yeah. But I feel like if you're gonna see that nice like poop at the top, then the magic circle is definitely the way to go. But I have seen people do it in a chain 2 or chain 3 and it looks perfectly fine. So it's definitely like up to the crocheter. Right. It's the same look but extremely seamless. I'm gonna have to try it. Eilish says 4 shoes. I agree. Hi Lisa. So Eilish says 4 shoes. You can call the front 2 gloves.
Oh, I like that.
I cooked this 2 gloves.
That's cute. Little gloves.
Wait, no, 2 shoes. I agree with Sonia. Give him some gloves.
Yeah.
What if it's summer, Sonia? Oh no, what if it's summer?
Maybe like a light
Cotton glove? But I feel like that's not
going
gonna be protective on his little feet.
That's true. He's got to protect because he doesn't have
What about
gloves.
just like socks? Like that look like gloves?
Our socks? The
Like
gloves of
socks?
the feet?
Right. I guess. It's the gloves of the feet. That is so funny.
It's like hand socks.
Haha, they can be fingerless gloves.
I like that.
So sandals.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. I thought I was doing this in order and I skipped. How did I skip like 2 inches of pattern? I mean, like, it's okay. Nothing's wrong. I
Wait,
just like,
what?
this is just like a part of the body that I make separately and then I attach it because the pattern was like, okay, start attaching this element to the chest. And I was like,
Oh, I was
wait, I don't
what
have.
you were looking for.
Yeah, I was trying to find. I skipped. It's
no.
okay because it just means I did it out of order. That's all. I was like,
Oh,
this
see,
time
we
I'm
were
doing
just
it in
talking
order.
about doing out of order.
And I was like, I'm gonna do it in order this time. It's gonna be great. But now I am gonna do it out of order, and I'm gonna take it from dun 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 both ends of the skein.
Bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hopefully it works.
I've
been
I do
doing
a
it a
lot.
lot.
Yeah.
I've been doing it more frequently.
Yeah, so it's once you like dive into that dangerous world of taking it from both ends of the skein, you
I feel
like
like you
never
never go back.
Yeah, just the way it is.
Once
sometimes.
you figure out how to do it
And how to
keep
lay it.
smooth,
Yeah.
and how to lay it,
Especially if
then
you
it's
use your
so
yarn
easy.
bowl. Yeah, if you use the yarn bowl and like it
So-
comes out. Oh, where is he? Yeah. Oh.
Somebody had asked me how many coasters I made.
Ooh, I love
So
these.
just 4. I've just done the 4. I want to do more, but I actually stopped. I paused on the coasters and made a little basket.
That's such a
because I
cute
needed
little
something to hold them. So I made a little basket.
And do you just
But-
freehand the basket?
I did.
Oh my god, I love it because
I did
you're
freehand
like
the
pure
basket.
talent. Yeah.
Stop. Thank you. So I actually used 2 strands for the basket, and I pulled from both ends.
Oh, nice.
Because
yeah.
I only had one skein with me at the time, and I was
Yeah.
like, we're just going to pull from both ends.
Yeah.
And I set it up, I set the skein up in a way that it was pulling and it wasn't wrapping around
Yeah.
each other, and it came out perfectly. But I wanted to show you guys.
It's really cute.
So this is all now one skein. Like, one skein has been used.
Look at these little.
I have to weave in my ends.
They're
but
beautiful.
Thank you.
I love that.
I'm going to make some more. I want to make like 3 or 4 more and put them in here. And then I'm probably going to make like a whole other set.
I like that.
Yeah, this is a little biscuit.
It's so cute.
Biscuit. Thank you. But yeah, that was one that I just did recently. That's
Wait.
the most recent, like,
Ready?
at the end.
Anyway, but yeah,
So
I love
satisfying.
it. I
So
love it.
satisfying.
I love it. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful shade of purple.
Thank you.
And your
Thank you
stitches
so
are
much.
so even.
Thank you so much.
I love that you can just
'cause
freehand it.
I was thinking about like doing like a half double crochet for the basket just to make it go faster because it was going so slow because I just did
Yeah.
a single crochet.
Yeah.
But it came out so neat
Yes.
looking. Like,
yeah.
I love a
love-
good single crochet project.
When I made our secret pieces for next episode of Stitches, I also pulled from both ends. So I used 2 pieces at a time, 2 yarn strands at a time. And I was thinking about using half double, but it looks so good.
It looks
that I just single
so
single
good.
crocheted up that whole thing. So
It's just like
Yep.
I love a good single crochet project, not a single crochet blanket.
no, that's tough.
No.
Unless it's a plush yarn.
I would still do a half double crochet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's fair.
But like structure projects, amigurumi, like give me a good like tight single crochet to give me that seamless look. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see. They need protection from the ground if they're
They
posed on
do.
all fours. They do.
They do.
Oh, ukulele girl. I mean, for a while, I just counted my exact stitches and never marked anything. You do that.
I do that a lot. I do that a
You
lot.
guys
I'm doing it right now.
Are witches. How do you do this magic?
It's happening live. Once you get really used to, I mean, if you're working in the same kind of things, if you get really used to the, like, everything's divisible by 6.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
when
yeah.
you especially make amigurumi.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, but, like, you know, it's very rare.
It's very, yeah.
Like, I'm doing that now because I'm like, oh, I'll just count to 18, and I just know when when I do increases, just, like, and I'll feel when it's happening. But, you know, 10
just
minutes
don't
ago, I
trust
was
myself.
recounting this 1,000 times.
My thing is that I just
You'd
don't
be like,
trust
I'm
myself.
so good at it, and then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm like, ugh.
Because, like, there are times where I've, like, forgot to put the stitch marker in or something.
Yeah.
Or, like, it came out or something. Like, just something where I didn't mark the beginning of the stitch.
Yeah.
And so I'm able to figure out where I am by counting and looking at what the increase or the decrease was, the previous row, all of the things, right? But I sit there with I get a slight panic, like, oh my gosh, I just messed up the project.
Yeah.
This is all going to be garbage. It's going to be uggo. I'm going to have to throw it away, burn everything. I'm never crocheting again. Like,
it's gone.
A whole thing because I dropped my stitch marker. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh, no, I was just on round 3. I was right in the middle of round 3.
That's the worst when you unravel it and you're like, wait, it was right.
Wait, it was right.
Oh my gosh.
The worst. The worst. I always watch shows, so never counted my stitches because I couldn't pay attention to the movie by counting. So I used a stitch marker until they all broke. Now I use strands. What were you crocheting? All of your stitch markers broke. Eilish, what kind of crochet are you doing?
You get no judgment from me because I have broken crochet hooks. So,
true.
Yeah.
True.
Not that there's no judgment from me. There's no judgment. I just love to tell people that I have broken crochet hooks.
I still cannot believe that.
I'm a tight crocheter.
Sonia currently working on a single crochet Grafgan. It's gonna be a while. Oh,
that's gonna be so.
I'm sure it's gonna be gorgeous because the pixels are gonna be so small and
it's like
perfect.
Pointillism. It's gonna be so cool.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that, Sonia. And what is the picture? Did you post it? Have you posted on Yarn Over Hook your progress? I'm making a single crochet king size blanket. Ugh, for someone. I'm doing moss stitch. I feel like the moss stitch is different because it's not all single crochet. It is a single crochet based stitch. But for some reason, the idea of a moss stitch blanket seems okay to me. And I think it's because once you get the moss stitch going, because you know the moss stitch, right? The single crochet and chain.
Yes.
Once you get that going, you can just feel for the chain and you don't necessarily have to look at the blanket as you go. You know when you feel a chain, it's a single crochet.
Yeah.
And because like in my head, a moss stitch is single crochet chain, single crochet chain, single crochet chain. So it's not the repetitive of just a single crochet all the way through.
Yeah.
So I feel like the moss stitch is different. And I feel like it crochets up quicker. I don't know what it is. It's just different. Because I've actually contemplated doing a moss stitch little lap blanket with some of my scrap yarn, which I think I might still do. I might do like a corner to corner moss stitch because Made by Goody has one.
I just saw a free clutch pattern she has available now. And maybe it was available a year ago. I just saw it. It's new to me. And I was like, oh! See, and I hearted that when I was waiting to park outside today. I was like, you're getting made by me.
No, Made by Goody's patterns are just...
They're really cute.
They're just so good. They're so beginner friendly.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, guys... Like, I need to see... We need to get you on here, Made by Goody. If you're watching this, like, we need to get you on here.
Yes,
we'll fit you in my little office somehow. You can sit on the desk. I don't know.
That'd be so fun.
But like, Made by Goody's patterns, I cannot recommend them enough, especially for beginner crocheters, because again, I cannot stress enough that a corner to corner blanket is the way to go.
Yes.
A corner to corner blanket works up so quickly. You can get the size down right, and then you just decrease. It's just like so good. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I finished another hanger right here. So like I have mine over there. I have the like newspapers and my like little books, and I made one and I put my little Hobie yarn in it.
I love that.
And I'm so glad I picked that color. Renee and I are matching. I don't know if Renee is here. Renee and I are matching.
When you posted that, I was like, ooh, I like that. I want to make something like that. And then I clicked her
and
handle,
that's how you came across
and that's how I came across her. I was like, oh, that clutch needs to be made by me.
Yeah, and she has she's about to start, I think they just started their crochet along blanket. Have you seen that blanket?
I haven't, no.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, I want to see
I want one so badly. I will show you guys.
Do you ever like to do the invisible, like when you pull through and like finish it invisibly? Like for like an amigurumi?
Oh, and I've done it. I've done that once.
Yeah.
And I actually really like it.
I love it. It's like, it took a while to trust because I was like, why do you skip a stitch? And then I was like, oh, because you reproduce it. And like, it just took a little while for me to have faith in it.
It's really nice because I've seen a couple tutorials where they accidentally end up adding a stitch to it. And so I was going back and forth on if I felt like it was a good method. And I actually think it is.
Yeah. Definitely if you skip a stitch, I have not had it add one. But I like it. It's very smooth.
Okay. So Made by Goody is doing a crochet along blanket with the Loophole Fox Crochet. This is the blanket.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so you do every square. They're going to do every panel piece and then put it together.
So gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is stunning.
This is the blanket. Again, made by Goody.
I love it so
much. And
much.
they're doing a crochet along. And you do each of those squares, each of those panels, and then put them together.
I love that.
Oh, springtime journey crochet along.
Oh, I'm adding my whip list. So many things on the whip list.
I love these. I love her patterns and her stitches, and she's just so talented. So talented.
I love it. I have more ends for you.
Thank you. You broke a hook? How, when, where, why?
Okay, to be fair, it was not one of these lovely ergonomic hooks. It was just the traditional metal. And I crochet really small generally. So I do like a lot of like 2 millimeter, like 1.5 millimeter, under a millimeter. And I think it was like a 1 millimeter and then probably like maybe like a 0.75 millimeter. And it was just like metal. Like, did you ever?
It was fully steel?
It was fully, I'm sorry?
Was it fully steel?
It was fully steel. I mean, it was some kind of metal. I think it was probably like pewter. Like, did you ever play like, did you ever get like the old Monopolies? Like when they would like remake Monopoly as like Star Wars, and then the pieces would have like lightsabers. And you could like bend the lightsabers.
Yeah,
because they're like,
it felt
I think
like
they're pewter. I don't know if that's accurate.
Got
but like,
it.
I'm like, someone get out like the chart of elements.
Right.
It's like my science teacher would be like.
So combined with your tension.
Yeah, I just snapped it. It was like my hand made it warm because I was holding it, and then it just snapped it. Yeah. And that happened to me twice. And then I bought I started buying tulip crochet hooks from different, like individually, and I love them. And then my husband gave me a set of these, and I love them.
Because how small do those go?
Oh gosh, do I have
because they have a set that's for micro crochet.
Ooh,
did you see it?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
it's a blue set and it's gorgeous.
Okay,
and the smallest size I think is a 0.6.
Oh my god, this is 1.8 is my smallest from Tulip, and my micro crochet hooks, which I actually have with me. I don't think they're Tulip. I think they're some other brand. Let me see if they say. They're Clover. Okay, so I have Clover micro crochet hooks, which is like, that's nice. Because Clover, I also like, we've talked about that. Clover is like up there with Tulip. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and they go down to 0.6. They go down to like not existing. Like, I actually went to Remainders the other day because it was on my way back from picking up my piece from Pomona. And Remainders is a thrift store for craft supplies here in LA. And I bought some micro crochet style yarn, which is like so tiny.
Yeah, I think that is size. It looks like it's size 10.
Yeah,
maybe it's a little smaller.
Like, look how small that is.
So thin.
It's just like bitty.
So thin, itty bitty.
Yeah, just the teeniest.
Itty bitty.
Yeah.
Wait. So,
where did my fish go? Oh, it's right here. I was like, where did this go? It's on my lap. Something exciting.
I'm trying to catch up with comments.
It's going so exciting.
That is so funny.
I'm making the second part of the body that I skipped now, and then I'll be able to join it to the rest of the body, and then I will be on track again.
Yeah. Good.
So I'm just 5 rounds away from being on track again.
Oh, good.
And that's good. Because I was like, no.
It's gonna be so cute.
It's gonna be adorable.
Ukulele girl. I was joking about how flexible the hook was, and even with my tension, it still hadn't broken. It snapped in half for me. It was a 3 millimeter. I still use the hook every day because I just loved it. How do you still use it if it broke?
I still use mine, but not for crochet. I use them for knitting because you use crochet hooks to recover drop stitches in knitting.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
But they don't. Sometimes I've seen them advertised. They don't call them crochet hooks. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're fair. Sometimes they're like, that is a crochet hook. But some of them call them like repair hooks, and I'm like, that is a crochet hook.
It is
like I was like, excuse me. I was like, that is
the crochet erasure.
I'll find it and I'll send you the picture because I'll be like, excuse me, that's a crochet hook coming in to help you out. Like your crochet sister is here.
I should get a crochet needle and then or not a crochet needle,
a knitting needle. Yeah.
And what should we call it?
Ooh, how about
a crochet pick?
Like a crochet pick.
Yes. A crochet pick.
Oh, I like that.
We'll use it to frog our project.
Yes, exactly.
I like that.
I like it's just like, what? Don't call it that. That's so silly. it's like,
Anyway.
it's like you could have a nice moment of like two things helping each other out.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's the crochet hook. That is so silly. That is just so silly. That is wild, ukulele girl. It was one of the plain metal ones.
Yeah. That was like the first set when I bought like a bunch of sizes at once. I bought one of those bulk discount sets, and that's what I broke those in.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's some hand strength. Oh my gosh, I've never heard of someone breaking a hook. But I can see how it could happen for tiny, super tiny stitches. Yeah.
I ended up buying these before I bought like a nicer crochet hook set. I ended up buying these things that looked kind of like a candle, and it was like silicone, and it had a hole in it. And you slip the crochet hooks in for the really thin ones, and like it was okay. They're called chunky boys, but the outside sometimes would get like a little hairy with like pet hair because like it was a kind of silicone that would like, I guess I had trouble with it getting sticky. Maybe it was from like sweat or something.
No, yeah.
So I ended up just being like, okay, this isn't working. I need to go into using just like a nicer crochet hook brand with like the ergonomic handles.
Right.
But I think, were you the one who told me that people sometimes use beauty blenders? And they'll put
it in their beauty blenders, tennis balls, like all of the things to make it more ergonomic.
That's so cool.
And just like better for the hand and the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think innovation. Let's see. That's basically thread, Alexis.
Yeah. It is.
Tangled in yarn and net dots are nice hooks too. I know.
Ooh.
I showed you the dots one, the collection.
Oh, the colorful one. Oh,
the
those
really
are
colorful
pretty.
ones that come
with
with
the
the
polka
cute
dots.
stand,
Yeah,
and they have the polka dots on them.
I love
I know.
that.
I want those ones so badly. It'll be so cute. Like if I just like put them like. I need to stop. Just posted a photo of my poor hook on Yarn Over Hook. Okay, I refuse to let it retire.
It's like so many years of service.
Right?
Like, needs to get like a watch as a gift. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Here's
so
a hook
cute.
I broke in half about 1.5 years ago. Glued it to a pencil, and I'm using it in my current project.
I love that you glued it to a pencil. Honestly, that's the energy. Like reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yes,
make it happen. Make it happen. I love that so much.
Oh my
God, I love that.
That is so funny. For real, I love my 3mm. I've had it for almost 7 years, but started using it over the last 3-ish years. I gave up crocheting for a long time because my young brain couldn't handle it. Bye, Roxana. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Eyelids, the gaslighting. I know, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
What did you say it was called again?
It was something like, it was like a recovery hook or something.
hook.
It was something specific to, it's a tool to help you catch like drop stitches. So it might
But
have
it's
been
not
like,
a crochet hook.
it's not a crochet hook. It was like a drop stitch hook or like a recovery hook, but it was like, it couldn't be more a crochet hook. Like
That
it wasn't.
is so-
It was a full length. It wasn't even
That
like
is
the shorty
so
crochet hooks that you see.
funny.
And I was like, what's that about?
Because I've definitely even seen it like described as just a hook.
Yeah.
They're like, just grab your hook
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's a crochet hook.
Yeah.
I didn't know that knitters used crochet.
Yeah.
It was with you.
Yeah, I was.
You were there with me when I was like,
yeah.
wait, knitters use crochet hooks to
Yeah.
fix their projects? And you were
'Cause-
like, yeah. And I was like,
Because when they drop stitches, they like it can accidentally like unzip all the way down. Yeah.
no,
and
it
that's just
makes complete sense.
Exactly. So they use a crochet hook to go in and pull them back up again. And that's just like, it's so, since I learned knitting after I learned crochet, so I already had the knitting repair kit in stock, just so funny.
Knitting repair kit.
Yeah,
That is
like,
so
that's a crochet
funny.
hook.
I feel like you like go and erase crochet off all of your hooks and then call them knitting repair
Knitting repair
supplies.
Yes.
The slander. Yeah, we're gonna get knitting needles and they're gonna be called crochet picks.
I'm just call them like crochet like stabby.
Crochet stabby.
Yeah, just like, crochet sabers.
Crochet sabers. No, we're not gonna do that because we're not like that.
That's true.
We don't do that in crochet.
No.
We can let the knitters do that, but
Yeah.
we crocheters, we're not gonna do that.
No.
We'll just joke about it and maybe do it in secret.
I was teaching someone how to crochet the other day at Crochet Lab in Pomona, and I was like, crochet is really fun. It's like you take this little hook guy and he goes outside and he's like, it's cold. You put a scarf on, and then he comes back inside because it's still cold.
That is
It's
so cute. That is such a cute way of describing it.
I'm just like, he's chilly, so he's got to put a scarf on, but he's still too cold, so he's come back inside with a scarf on, and then he's gonna put another.
I'm like
scarf on.
literally,
Just like-
I'm like seeing myself doing that now
Yeah.
with my hook.
It's cute. It's a cute way to like remember.
That is such a
It's like
cute
he's
way
so
to
cold, he's gotta like
remember.
get into bed.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I love that. I love that. So you love teaching crochet.
I do. I love it so much.
I love teaching crochet.
You do.
So-
You've taught me things.
And you've
It's
taught
true.
me
It's
things.
just like, it's so, and like, that's community.
Yarn over hook. Where's Maddie? Community.
That happened simultaneously, very naturally, for the first time last stitches, and ever since then, we've both been like, "This is so funny."
This is just it now.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
We decided the other day we were talking about something, and I went on the whole thing in, I think it was in Thursday's live. It was like I should have like a button to like play the cheesy corny music. Like,
Yeah.
like in the background.
I like that.
And then we're like, yeah, are you looking for, I don't know where we're going, but we're like cruising somewhere.
Like this.
You looking for a place to go to crochet with others and share ideas and inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Okay, and it's like,
You say the next line.
it's like, and you've tried the coffee shops, you've tried the scenes, but it hasn't quite fit in. I think what you're looking for is
yarn over hook.
I'm so scared. I was like, what are the scenes?
Perfect.
Yeah,
That was
like,
perfect.
Thank you. No notes.
No, that's like that A+, like
Oh,
10 out of 10.
thank
That was
you.
great. Like all 10s right here.
I like it.
That was perfect. Improv. I like put the spotlight on you and you said, I got it. Starbucks coffee. It was perfect.
I had practice because one of my favorite things to do to make my husband laugh is we'll just be like driving or whatever, and we'll see people like in the distance, like very animatedly talking, and I'll tell him what they're saying. I can't read lips or anything. I'm just making stuff up,
Quentin
and
and I
it's
do
just
the
like
same
yeah,
thing.
it's just like nonsense comes out of my mouth. Where I'm like,
we
I'm
literally do the same thing.
Like, she put her shoes in the toaster, and she's very upset about it, and he laughs so
We
hard.
literally make up the craziest scenarios and
It's
stuff.
so fun.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. We have to film our very cheesy yarn over hook ad ideas.
I'd
'cause
love
we have
to.
so many.
I love it.
Ukulele Girl is so funny. Ukulele Girl said it's ergonomic now.
Yeah, ergonomic. I like that.
Putting that hook on the pencil. Now it's ergonomic.
It's like that's women in STEM.
Women in
I
STEM.
like it, yeah. It's like NASA spent millions of dollars developing a pen that writes up like in space, but I'm gonna make it a crochet
you
hook.
Glued a broken crochet hook to a pencil.
Yeah.
Women in STEM.
Women in STEM.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I would totally do that if I had a mechanical pencil that was like really special to me. That'd be like a nice way to save it.
It would be a nice way
Yeah.
to save it. When it is time, you should make a shadow box and display it for some kind of wall art. You should. You should then put like the date on it and like how it was
museum.
developed.
I like
just
that.
like a museum. It'll be a historical like, artifact.
that. I like that so much.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen like jokes where people sometimes will go to like a museum and they'll put like something they made just like on the ground, and then they'll put like a placard on the wall.
I've seen that
And then
too.
I'm just like,
oh my
I'm
gosh,
like,
it was so
it's so
funny.
funny.
Because it was after the whole like taped banana thing.
yeah. Wait, what's the tape banana thing?
You
I
don't know the duct tape and banana thing?
I do not know.
Oh my gosh, it was like, oh my gosh, what year was this? And it was like dubbed fine art. I think somebody ended up buying it for like millions of
And it was
dollars.
just- someone had just
and it
taped
was
the banana.
just taped banana on the wall.
I can't handle that. I love it
Taped
so
banana
much.
art. Yep. It was this. It's a sculpture.
Oh
from
my
2019.
god. I can't even imagine.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like, and it appears to be a fresh banana affixed to the wall with duct tape. A work of conceptual art. It consists of a certificate of authenticity with detailed diagrams and instructions for its
Is
proper
it from
display.
like the certificate from like Chiquita Banana?
Yeah, I remember that being like a whole thing of people just like,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the kind of art that he does. It's very like tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It's very like
I like that. It's
poking fun at the art community
Yeah.
and stuff. And so like it did exactly what he was hoping it would do.
Yeah.
People were posting pictures and sharing pictures. They were taping stuff
Yeah.
on their walls in their house.
Oh my god.
and like,
love
look,
that.
I'm a fine artist. Like made a whole thing. It was just,
I love that so much.
I love when the art like leaves the museum.
Yeah.
Like when people
Yeah.
get so sucked into it and it just becomes like a cultural phenomenon that like I feel like that's like a deep, weird kind of like how do I explain it? Like taking art out of the museum is the best way I can think of
it
explaining
makes it accessible to people, and it makes it like, fun. Just like even performance art that like, did you see that guy like a year or two ago in New York who put posters up all over the city, and he was like, come to Central Park and watch me eat a Costco sized thing of cheese balls?
Yes.
Yeah, and I watched the video and I was like,
you really?
I watched it. It was amazing.
So funny.
It was so funny.
And
And
I love
made me
stuff
joyful.
like that.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that because it's just like, it's so fun. And people will talk about it years later. Like, I'm bringing up the banana art years later. That happened in 2019.
Cheeto Puff guy or Cheeto Ball.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So, so funny. I love, love, love stuff like that.
It's just joyful, you know? It's just
Welcome
it's
back,
humans being
Viva.
human.
Yep, just humans being
I have
human.
more ends for you.
Yay, yay. Thank you.
Soon you'll have a
'Cause
pillow.
your bag is so full.
It
but
is.
maybe you should bring your own jar so that you can have a jar too.
Oh, I could.
Are you gonna continue collecting your tails?
I will continue because maybe I'll make a huge bag, like a huge pillow. I don't even know what size yet. Maybe I'll make a Totoro, like your Totoro, and fill it with this instead of polyfill.
Well, that would be fun.
That'd be
that
really
would very
cute.
like you. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're Amigurumi Alexis.
I do love amigurumi. I don't know yet, but I'm just gonna keep going. I mean, like 5 years. It's taken time. I'm gonna keep going.
It's crazy. 5 years. I know.
5
I want to be
years.
like you when I grow up. I can't wait. I can't wait until I have, because I'm hoping I can crochet the pillow during our summer stash bash because it's going to be a stash busting project.
Yes.
And I have the pillow.
Yeah.
I have the yarn.
Yeah.
And I think because I'm going to use that Karen ombre yarn, the orange, pink, and brown.
Oh.
Do you see it right there?
That
Nope.
one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, I like that.
But I want to control the color changes.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to take a skein and cut it up.
Oh. Yeah.
I've never done that before.
I've never
Have you done that?
No,
Like taken like
I'm
a
like
colorway
going
and
through the memory
cut.
Rolodex. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done that before. I'm pretty sure I've never done
It's
that.
pretty common,
That's
which is
so
like I
interesting.
hadn't thought of doing that, and especially if there's an ombre yarn that you like,
Yeah.
but you want to control the colorway, you want to
Yeah.
control the change.
I don't work with a ton of variegated generally. It's not as common for me unless I'm making like a wearable. Then I use like a variegated pretty often to make it look like more interesting, especially if it's a straightforward stitch. But since with amigurumi I don't use variegated a whole lot, so it hasn't come up for me very much. But I could see trying that. I don't think I've done it though. I'm like trying to think. I don't think I've ever done that. That's interesting.
I want to try it really, really badly, and I'm going to. I want to show you. I think you've seen the live. I can't remember if you saw that episode, but the pattern that I had decided on, she does that. She took exactly like a Karen ombre and cut it up so that she could control the color changes in her pillow. So that's the
I did see that picture. That's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's
that makes
the pillow
sense.
that I'm gonna
That way
make.
I could see why you want to control the color change. That's pretty. I like the color that you're gonna do it with.
Yeah, this is the these ads are just something else. I try not to show it with the ads.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That's the pillow.
That looks really pretty. And the color that you picked is gonna be really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just I bought 4 skeins of that yarn because I was gonna make a blanket.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm gonna make a blanket now with it. I don't know.
It's nice. It's got like a nice fall like color scheme to it. It's really pretty.
Thank you.
You could make like a big sunflower pillow to go with it if you end up with enough ends. Like you could have 2 and they would look really cute together. Like little petally leaves.
That would be so cute.
Let's see. Now I'm back to where
I'm not
was.
a color control crafter. I like seeing all the changes and how they flow. Hi, Denny. I've never done it before. I've always been like, let's just see what happens. Let's just take this colorway and see what happens. But this specific pattern, she's like, no, don't do that. She's like, take the colorway and cut it up. Like separate all those colors.
So interesting.
And this is the first pattern I've ever encountered that she's like, I really do not recommend that you use the variegation.
Yeah.
She's like, I really recommend that you control the variegation.
Oh, I did do that on a wearable.
Oh, you did?
I did. So I have bought, like when I did my watermelon-y kind of top that's crocheted and it's really open green at the top, I did control the variegation in that one because the torso part is made out of a variegated pink and I didn't want it, part of the variegation goes really pale and I didn't want it to go. I wanted to stay like very vivid pink. So I did do that with a wearable. I'll have to bring it in another episode. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
I will bring it in.
Ukulele girl, the girl who made the Aurora blanket did that. Did I drop a tentacle? I did.
Ooh. Do you need me to get it? You got it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just tuck it in your Volari.
I know.
Holds everything.
Let me do this. The Aurora blanket. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I like the name of that, whatever it ends up being.
I know.
Sounds pretty.
That sounds very pretty.
Before our like yarn buying hiatus, I did buy some yarn. 80% because it was called Odette, and I was like, oh,
Really?
it's a pretty, and it was like a mohair, like kind of dirty white, and I was like, oh, it looks like a swan, and it's called Odette, and I was like,
Oh, that's perfect. They did that intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Here are my tentacles. It looks like Anchor is like growing out.
Yeah. You're like a centaur, but you're like a person octopus.
These are my extra crochet hands.
God, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be so nice. That would be so nice. Could you imagine if you could work on 2 projects, 3 projects, 4 projects at the same time? Oh, that would be so nice. That is so pretty. Thank you guys. I'm so excited to make it. I'm really excited to make it.
I'm excited for you to make it. I want to see it.
I need to see Aurora blanket.
Yeah, let's look at
the
that.
girl who did the Aurora blanket. Let me look it up, see if I can find it.
One more.
Aurora, right? No, Aura. Aura blanket? I'm saying it wrong. Aura blanket.
Oh, that's still pretty. Like Aura. Oh, I like that.
I was throwing in some extra letters.
I do that all the time.
I
As I said, I'm not fluent in the language that I speak.
I really need to get new glasses.
Yeah.
Aura blanket.
That's
the only
fair.
crochet blanket that will give you max Aura points. Oh, that is so cute. Tutorial on YouTube. So the Snugglery, cute. Is that the one? Ukulele Girl, the Snugglery. I'm following because that blanket is very pretty.
Let me see.
Look at it.
Oh, that's lovely.
And see, like, you absolutely should control the color with
change.
that.
Yeah, I can see
Is
that
it
there.
this one? That is incredible. Beautiful, beautiful blanket.
Beautiful blanket.
Oh, and to see other people are making it too.
Oh, I love when a pattern has a bunch of people who've made it and they have different colors, then you get inspired by it.
Mm-hmm. Like, look at these colors.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that so pretty?
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. It looks like a dreamsicle.
It is like a dreamsicle.
It's pretty.
Ukulele Girl's gonna post it. Okay.
Good.
So then we can see it. This
Thank
hook
you.
is still like cracking me up.
I love it so much.
Oh my gosh. Ah, the perfect magic ring without having to do a magic ring. Chain 4, 3 single crochet in the back bumps, 3 single crochet on the other side, then continue as normal. So that's what it ends up looking like.
Oh, that's nice.
So there is a bit of a cinch in the middle.
Yeah, I like
it's
that.
Just, it's not the same. That is really cool.
I'm going to try this out.
So smart.
I love that.
I never
it's
thought of
nice to
that.
innovate new ways to do everything because, you know, everybody finds their own way. It's nice to have options.
Oh, so you did the Aura blanket. It looks gorgeous.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And so did you controlled the color changes?
Is the Windex in there to give you
To
for size? Because I like that.
Yeah,
it's
that's
always
really
a struggle
smart.
of like,
How do you show perspective?
I mean, like when you're like, what do you choose to show
Yeah,
perspective? And like
yeah.
that, I know exactly how big that is.
I know exactly how big that is.
Exactly how big that is, and I love it.
Let's see. Riri, or had an extra hand to feed you while you're crocheting?
Yes.
So then you don't get your crochet dirty.
I think on a previous episode I mentioned that my dog will pick up things I drop and hand them to me.
Cutie.
So that's really nice to have that option.
Going to be working on a baby blanket soon. Yay, Lisa, that sounds great. Hi Brunette St. Clair, how are you? Hi friends. Oh, Ukulele Girl, no, I used the wrong yarn. Oh, okay.
It's
Yep.
beautiful. though.
Universal Windex sizing.
Oh, I like that. Makes me think of my Big Fat Greek Wedding. I love that movie.
It's so fun.
I love
That's
that
one
movie.
of my favorite movies,
Oh my
too.
god, I married a Greek man.
Did you have a big fat Greek wedding?
Well, since I wasn't Greek, I don't think so.
Half Greek wedding.
I was half Greek. It was like
It's a-
semi-fat
a
Greek
semi-
wedding. Yeah.
A medium size.
We did have baklava and like cute things like that.
Oh,
so those
yeah.
we did the crown. We did the crowns that they do during Greek weddings. Yeah, so I have those.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's nice.
That was really fun. It was nice to do.
Gratiffy Crocheter, yay, you're still on, hooray. We are still on. We go. I have to like check the time sometimes because I feel like we could be crocheting forever.
Ooh, I have something crochet. It's not related to crochet, but I'm excited about it. When I'm in Minnesota, I get to go to a firefly like thing at a botanical garden there.
I know.
I've only seen.
It sounds so pretty.
It's gonna be magic. I've seen fireflies there once, and they are literally magical. It's insane. And the botanical garden that's near his parents' house has a firefly event with a firefly expert. And we're like,
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
so
I can't wait to see
excited.
pictures.
I'm gonna take pictures, videos. I'm gonna try and crochet a firefly before I go.
I was just about to ask if you're gonna crochet a firefly.
And I have glow in the dark yarn, so I'm gonna use it for the butt.
To.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on my shoulder. I'm like, it'll be so cute. Or maybe I'll make a really small one and then I'll put it in my hair. That'd be really.
That would be so cute.
What if they think?
Clip.
What if I'm one of them and they take me and
firefly
and then you
fly away?
Yeah, I'm just like my butt
That
starts
just
glowing.
reminded me of Thumbelina for some reason.
I love Thumbelina.
I do too.
Andrew's never seen it. Do you know it's on Disney Plus? You can stream it.
I have a DVD.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. But see, that's better because you're committed to it then. I like that.
Very.
I was telling him, I was like, you have to watch this because it's fantastic. And how have you never seen it? And then I was like, oh, because you were like a little boy in the 90s.
Yeah, right.
I was like, that's fair.
In
like
the
you know,
90s especially.
like all those movies.
You watch
and stuff.
Power Rangers and stuff.
I saw them filming Power Rangers once, and it was like all women inside the costumes, doing like the acrobatics. I saw them filming them when I was at summer camp.
Because of course,
yeah, just like gymnastics. Yeah, but I am so excited to watch it with him because he's never seen it, and I love it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have such a magical time.
It's gonna be. I'm so excited. I love fireflies.
I do too.
Yeah, they're
beautiful. I used latte cakes and not cloud cakes, so the yarn was very random. Oh, okay. That blanket looks gorgeous. Do I want another blanket? Do I want to make a blanket?
A lap blanket? Ooh. A car blanket? There's so many places you can keep blankets.
You know, I just feel like you can never have enough blankets.
I agree completely.
Like, I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, I have a blanket ladder that I want to put, like, all of my crochet blankets, but my cat prevents me from doing that, so it's just on pause.
I thought I heard something, but nothing fell.
Oh, no.
Nothing did. I thought, okay.
Yeah, I'm huge on, like, you can never have too many blankets.
I agree.
And especially crocheted blankets. I don't think you can have too many. Does anyone have any ideas for micro crochet? Ooh. I'm really wanting to get into it, but don't know what to make. Alexis,
like tiny granny squares. You can make them little earrings immediately. Tiny granny squares, necklace, little.
I think that's a perfect way to practice.
This isn't micro crochet. I think this is probably done with like a 1.5 or 2 millimeter. But you could do a tiny strawberry, do little things in your hair. I've seen a crocheter who uses micro crochet and like basically embroidery floss, and she does just like chain stitches with little leaves on them and then micro crochets little strawberries and little strawberry flowers, and then she braids them into her hair, and I'm like, that is adorable.
That is really smart.
You're like a woodland fairy, and I love it. Like, that would be so cute.
Yeah, I feel like you could really start with just like hair accessories, like little like keychains,
little jewelry pieces,
like little granny squares if you wanted to. I feel like that would be a really great place to start. A really great place to start because it'll give you some variety. Yeah. With amigurumi, of course, you'll just be doing like single crochets. Yeah. But with like something like a granny square, you'll do double crochets, and you can practice like clustering them together because you have to do 3 double crochets in one spot. Like, that sounds awesome. Annette, your blanket is gorgeous. Look at this blanket.
Oh, look at the scalloping that's inside of it.
Is this hooked on sunshine pattern? Because it looks like, literally looks like the same blanket that I have right behind you.
That's so beautiful. I love, it's like textural. Like there's a 3D element, right? Because are you working into like the back post?
Yep.
Yeah, I love it.
You're lifting up that scallop.
That's beautiful.
I think this is the blanket Riri just made. Is this a hooked on sunshine pattern? Because you guys know I love hooked on sunshine.
I love hooked on sunshine.
Love hooked on sunshine. Looks so good in that, and I love the colors that you picked. Did you cut up a skein, or did you just get a bunch of different colors and plan out your color changing? I love micro dinosaurs. Ukulele girl.
I love when people get like little jars and they put like a micro dinosaur and then they put like a little bit of moss.
Oh, they like build a whole like what is it called?
Like a
terrarium.
Terrarium,
like
yeah.
Terrarium.
A little terrarium. I like that. That's really cute.
So cute.
I would say when you start with micro crochet, either decide to start learning to do it flat or in the round, like one or the other. I would think round is a little bit harder because you're holding on to like such a small.
Right.
Flat is
flat
easier.
Is probably the best place to start.
So like start with like
then
a granny
go
square
into
or something
doing it in the round.
Yeah, or something flat. You could make like a flat long rectangle and fold it over and make like a little envelope and then put like a little heart, embroider a little heart on it. It's like it's a little love letter. Yeah, it'd be really cute. That's very sweet.
Ukulele girl did octopi. Wow. What she has the autumn orange hair, right? Oh, I didn't see a picture of her. She makes the floral hair vines. Oh,
Yeah,
is
she
that
does.
who
That is her. Yeah, yeah. I don't remember what her account name is, but she's got really cool stuff. Let's see.
The blanket is gorgeous. Oh, I either freehand or just do a normal pattern. Hope for the best. Yeah, Eilish, you got this.
I like that.
I think you just need to hop in, find something that you like,
Yeah.
and then just give it a go. And then if it's just not working out, try something else.
There's nothing wrong with freehanding. Like, all
And
that's
there's nothing
free-handed. Yeah.
nothing wrong with freehanding.
Yeah.
I'm working on a 5th octopus leg now.
Nice.
I love the suction cups. I love how
They're
she did the
so
suction cups like,
cute.
so much.
Mhm.
This really does look fun up here. It's like
The Kraken. It's like, it needs to be like gripping on and like crocheting itself. Yeah, I like that.
Oh my goodness. So I am currently working on a bunch of different scrap busting projects.
Yeah.
And I'm currently working on a market bag.
Ooh.
That I'm actually very excited for. That's going to use my Uggo yarn that we've talked about, friends. The yarn that made me really upset about my pullover sweater.
Yeah.
So I'm using some of that for it. What kind of scrap projects do you like to do?
Ooh. I like to do like a lot of like hair pieces, like little hair accessory things. Those always use a small amount of yarn. I do save them generally because I'll put like a stripe of color into something else that is mostly one other color.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot because I think that's really interesting. And it comes up like when I do that, like the pigeon that I've done on previous episodes, like the neck is 2 colors and you barely use any yarn for it. So I just I just go into my scraps. In my yarn stash, I have like shelves of yarn, and then I have one basket that's all scraps and little balls, and the balls are all like this small.
Okay,
so I try and pull from there.
So you have used both the words scrap and stash.
Yes.
We have had this conversation.
I've heard you talk about it live when you're like, it's just a piece you're working with. And
what do you consider stash? What do you consider scrap?
Okay, so I would say a true scrap is like 4 inches or less. Maybe 10 inches or less.
Okay.
And then above that, I would say it's a part of the stash if I had to really draw a hard line. But I will say, like, I do, like, interchangeably use scrap to be much more yarn. Just something that's too small to make anything meaningful. But I, like, will keep them and use them. Like, if they're usable, they're not, like, scraps, truly. So, like, I will keep longer lengths, like, more than 10 inches for putting into other things that would use, like the little bows on this little guy barely uses, like things like that. So I keep them for those kinds of elements because with amigurumi it comes up. You have like a lot of tiny little pieces.
True.
What about you? I mean, you've talked about this before, but I'd love to hear.
I mean, because doing the stash busting thing, I'm trying to use up as much yarn as possible, right? But sometimes I get stuck with a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was even stuck with a little bit for my the coasters and the coaster basket that I made. I was stuck with a little bit, but I feel like my rule of thumb is if I can make a 4-round granny square with it, it's considered part of my stash. If I can't make 4 rounds in a granny square, then it's just a like I can throw it in my jar.
That's so nice to have like a general like feel. So yeah, I would say, what do I put in my actual scrap jar, my actual scrap bag? It's like generally they're around the 4-inch family. Sometimes they're about 10 inches, but 10 inches is pushing it. I generally keep those for like other uses.
Interesting. Because I'm wondering if I should start keeping even the ones that are like, it can't make a complete 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Because like what you said is super smart. Like, I'll show you. Like this.
Yeah.
This is long.
Yeah. Like I keep that.
But it's like I can't make a granny square out of it. So I was like, oh, it goes in my tail jar. Like I can't do, like, I don't know. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Like surface crochet, add like an element to something.
I could.
Yeah.
I could. And so I'm like, maybe I need to start saving.
Yeah. If you do eyes for amigurumi and you're not using safety eyes, I use like a lot of like strings for that because you can do them all different colors.
So I should probably
Or if you add color outside the pupil, the plastic pupil, like you have these beautiful, great big safety eyes for the octopus.
Right.
And then if you wanted to, you could add like color so he'd have like an iris.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, that is smart.
And then if you add like color like on the outside, he's like
Or I know. Like, I actually really want to.
I want to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be really cute.
Especially because it's such huge eyes. Friends, I had to order special safety eyes for Anchor because I didn't have 18 millimeter eyes. So I had to order a whole other pack of eyes. So I'm going to show you guys what they look like.
I
They're
too, I would
gigantic.
not have that size on hand at home either. I'd
No.
have to get special.
Yeah, I have the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Hi, Renee.
Hi.
Hi. Let's see. This is the person who created the Vanessa Smith. It's called Whatchamacallit. Yes.
Yeah.
That is Hooked on Sunshine. And that's
Yep.
the same blanket that my mom made.
She has such
She made
fun
the
names.
Whatchamacallit the Whatchamacallit blanket. Love Hooked on Sunshine's blankets. I'm working on the Doodad blanket. Okay, so
Look at these
are
eyes.
the eyes.
You want me to, you got it? You have such beautiful nails. I don't want you to like, risk it for
Thank
these
you.
locks. Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I mean,
This is ridiculous.
oh, and look, and they're covered so they don't get scratched. These are good.
Very
These are, like,
smart.
good designers. Like this.
They're huge.
It's like it's like Coraline's
but I have
mom when
glasses.
it's like button eyes.
Yarn over heck.
It'll only hurt a little. Oh yeah, yarn over heck.
I feel like that's really creepy.
I love Coraline.
Did you see it when it re-released in 3D?
I don't think I saw it when it released.
We
in
caught
3D.
one of the
Yeah.
last showings
Oh, that's
on like
so
a random
cool.
Wednesday, and it was so fun.
They had
it was
an
so fun.
They had an exhibit at Universal Studios of like set pieces from it, and we went to go see that, and it was incredible.
Incredible.
Seeing like all the physical elements for like a lot of Leica's movies were there, and it was so cool.
My husband loves Leica. We both love Leica. Look at her, yoga girly. Look at her little top.
She's so cute. Oh my God. I love her.
It looks perfect,
I
Alexis.
know, she's like really becoming really cute. Oh,
I love her tummy. Her
I
little
know,
tummy.
she's gonna do yoga. She's all about stretch, body positivity. I love her.
I
keep
can't
going.
wait. I cannot wait for you to be done with her.
I know, I'm so excited. I love it.
I feel like these look small. Now that I'm like actually looking at them. Like Anchor's gonna be huge. Is it 18 millimeter?
That's a good question. And you
Did
have
I
to have
mess
it,
up?
and the safety eyes have to be big enough that they're not going to pull through the large yarn.
Yeah.
You can back it up with like felt.
I could, yeah.
Just to make sure you're like really safe.
Yeah, 18 millimeter eyes. Oh yeah. Okay, the eyes are small
Oh, okay.
because
they're
they go into that big
yeah,
thing.
that
so
makes
the eyes,
sense,
the
yeah.
eyes are smaller.
yeah.
Interesting. I might go up actually.
Like, are they the same size as the suction cup? They're about the same size as the suction cup.
They are about the
Yeah.
same size as the suction cup.
Yeah.
So I might go up to 20 to be honest.
I love giving things like outrageously big eyes. I think it's
I
the
want mine
cutest.
to have
Yeah.
like big cute eyes, and I would probably
yeah.
put like white or like the same cream underneath it to make it look like it's like
exactly. That would
like
be
this.
adorable. It's like I'm an octopus.
yes. I'm an octopus. I'm Anchor. Hello. I'm new to the world.
1, 2, 3.
And I think I'm gonna do a giant turtle too. One of her big
Oh, I
turtles.
see. You showed me that last time. It looks so cute.
I think I want to do her turtle as well. But I can't buy new yarn. I have to get through this yarn and the other like fluffy yarn in there because we were talking about how what is this yarn called again? Plush yarn. My
Plush yarn,
goodness. My brain wanted to say puff yarn and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not it. Takes up so much space.
Mm-hmm. Even if you cake it.
So much space.
Yeah.
I feel like when you cake it, it's even worse.
And it doesn't like to be caked. It doesn't like to be messed with because it'll
It
shed.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. How do you store your plush yarn?
I cake it, but it just doesn't like to be caked. So
Yeah.
I'll use it off the skein, and then once it starts to get unruly, then I'll cake it, and then it's just annoying because they do shed. It sheds like a little cloud of hairs, like you're
It
caking
does.
it. I'll cake it really slowly. But yeah, I suppose I could ball it. That would be easier than putting it through the machine.
That would be. That
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Galila girl. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to crochet a mini me with button eyes.
Oh,
Oh, that would be so cute.
I would
Maybe that's
love
what I should do
that.
with my
That'd be so- yeah.
skein color yarn that I have.
See, that'd be
The
cute. The skin
tone
color,
yarn.
the skin tone. Yeah, you should.
I should make.
You should
my
make your own.
Coraline.
We could. That'd be so cute. I'd make my own too. That'd be adorable.
You should
yeah,
do
I would love
it.
Even when I made this one that's supposed to be kind of like a little mini me, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's gonna be attached. I'm not gonna be able to play with it because I'd love to like stage it doing fun things. I would totally make another one.
We have to, and
I'd
then
love
make
to.
little yarn over hook shirts for them,
Yes. Oh my god.
and then crochet their own little like live set. Their own little stitches set.
That'd be so cute. Their own little Volare pillows.
Their own little Volare pillows.
That'd be so cute. Oh my god, I would love that.
Oh my goodness. You guys, the next live is just going to be like us puppeteering.
Yeah, just like absolutely.
Our amigurumi
Just
doll.
like, and then it'll be like the puppet version of us being like, "Hi, welcome. We didn't see you there." That'd be so
That would be
cute.
so
Oh my god, I
cute.
love that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are so awesome. I'm pretty sure I have like 158 millimeter or 10 millimeter eyes.
Oh my god.
Oof. I mean, when you do a lot of amigurumi,
Yeah.
I feel like
You have
Yeah.
eyes. How do you store your eyes? Because like I get them in those cases, and then I end up with all these cases. And I really wish I had like one toolbox of just eyes, and I could just put on
Well,
the outside like eyes.
so what I was gonna do, eyes. that wouldn't be creepy for somebody to come by with no
Just like
context.
eyes. Yeah.
I want to get like cute little jars.
Oh, that'd be
and
nice.
like do some shelving.
Yeah.
There's just so much I want to do in my space. And I
Same
feel like I
with
don't have
mine.
enough wall. I don't have enough wall.
Yeah.
I like need more wall. Like I could go up,
Yeah.
but like I want more wall space.
I know. I
But-
want more drawer space.
Yeah.
And then like have it like, you know, when you see those like beautiful homes and they open up a drawer and it's like all spices laid out nicely.
Oh, and it's like all like little sections.
Yeah, like I want that, but I want it to be with like crochet eyes and like all the little crochet doodads and all of that stuff. That's what I would like.
That would be so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the dream.
The dream.
I cannot wait until I like design my own little craft room.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be drawers and shelves
Drawers of different
everywhere.
depths. Oh,
Mhm.
amazing.
Everywhere.
Yep. I love it. And nothing will get dusty.
Nothing will
Nothing will get dusty
dusty.
ever. I love like a lot of external like shelves and things like this. They're beautiful, but we always leave our windows open like all year, so
Same.
we get so
We
dusty.
get so much dust.
Yeah.
We get so much dust.
It's tough.
It's the same. It's
Yeah.
the same. Sonia, I love putting butts on stuffies. It's ridiculous how much it
Same.
makes me giggle. It makes
Oh my
me
god!
giggle.
Wait, Sonia, when you ever crochet cats and do you put the X?
The little X.
I love the
that
X.
too.
I'm pro the X.
we're all very mature adults here.
Even when I got here, one of your cats was like, "Here's my butt."
Yep.
I was like,
And you were like
I see-
giggling.
I was laughing. I was like, "I see you." I was like, "That's a good stretch."
That is so
Oh,
funny. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Sonia, me too. I have like 10 frogs with butts.
Yes, I love
The
it.
frog butts are so funny.
I love
especially
with the
like,
little cheeks.
Yep, with the little cheeks.
So
They're so cute.
I love it so much.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. The first pattern I found, this fun fact out, was the booty alien. That was my crochet booty origin story.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's so funny because I feel like those videos, people will be showing their amigurumi and it's like so cute from
Yeah,
the front, and then
yeah.
they turn it around.
And it's like
they're
double
just
cheeked
like-
up on a Wednesday afternoon.
I was not expecting that.
I
And
love it so
now my
much.
day is wonderful. Like,
Yep.
I'm having a great day
I
now.
understand what you're saying.
So funny. Oh my gosh. I love it. I've never done an amigurumi with a booty. You should, Eilish.
It's nice.
You should. It's funny.
It's
really,
really
really
fun.
funny. Oh, goodness gracious. What was one of your first amigurumi projects?
Ooh, the very first one I made was a Woobles penguin. It was like
Oh,
100% the very
right.
first one. And then after that, I think it was like a narwhal that had an ice cream cone for a horn. And then like
So not Bjorn.
not Bjorn. No, it was like a different designer and it was like a really big narwhal. And that horn was like a melting ice cream cone. It was really cute. And then I also made Woobles hippo when they had a hippo that was like it was like a intermediate level crocheter one. It was like this tall. And then they stopped having that one available. But I did that one. I loved it. So I did, there's so many I did in the very beginning. And then a beaver was one of my very first ones too. There was like a animal rescue account called, I think it was called like Living the Wild. And they had taken in like a beaver. And the beaver would try to dam things inside. So it would like take things. And one of its favorite things to take was plungers. So people fell in love with this beaver. So they sent this woman plungers. And she was like, I'm here for it. I love it. So she gave this beaver like 40 plungers. They would just make like dams of plungers. And then eventually, you know, it grew up enough that it could go out and be like live its life and like find a beaver family. So I sent her a crocheted beaver with a little plunger, and that was how I started selling crochet because she got it, shared it online, and people were like, I want to buy that. And I was like, oh, I'll make it. And then I just started making them and selling them online. And that was how like my craft developed into a business. And I was like, oh, because of like that little animal rescue. And she was such a, like the beaver, she called him Beav, and he was so cool. And like, I loved him.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, he was a sweetie.
I love that. I love the Alexis origin story.
Yeah.
The Amigurumi Alexis origin story. That is so fun.
I think her rescue's called Living the Wild, and it's in upstate New York. And she still like rescues all different kinds of animals and shares it online. It's really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love how like people like you will send like not like a tribute, but you know, like like I really appreciate your work and sharing part of your life with the internet, and like you've made an impact on me, blah blah blah, and like send like
joy,
just something that's done in their craft medium. I've always loved that. I love when people do that. That's so fun. Too. I've always wondered what like pushed people to do that, and it's so fun that you did that.
Yeah, it just like it was like 2020, and it was just like I loved seeing notifications that she had new videos about this like beeve and all the things it would take in her home, and like it loved to dam up the bathroom specifically. That was like the room it loved to do. Bathrooms and hallways and plungers.
It's like really ironic.
Yeah, and like anything it could, but it preferred plungers. But it would take absolutely anything that's kind of like long and like kind of stickish. It was really, really sweet. Oh, and I loved him, Beeve. I hope he's out there, like, living his Beeve life.
Living
like,
his
loving
Beeve
it.
life.
Yeah. Just, like, I don't know, like, building dams, like, having a good time. Like, I hope so. He was so cute.
That is so cute.
And I learned
love
so
it.
much about beavers. Just, like, I didn't know their teeth were, like, yellow. Like, really yellow.
Oh, yeah, very
I had
yellow.
no idea. I mean,
very yellow.
Yeah, and I think they're a rodent, technically.
I feel like that makes sense.
Right? I mean, right? Because like a capybara is a rodent, that's gigantic.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense.
National Geographic, as I said before, don't lumber me.
I love how we're assuming National Geographic.
They watch.
And Mike is like watching.
They're like they monitor all octopus content. You gotta make sure octopuses are too smart not to keep an eye on them at all times.
Right. Did you freehand your beaver?
I followed a pattern from Planet June. Have you seen her? She's like really cute amigurumi. She's been doing amigurumi for like ever, and she has like some like really fun patterns. So I freehanded a pattern from not freehanded, excuse me. I followed her beaver pattern, and then I adapted it slightly, and then I added like a tiny. Do you remember those like little plungers you could put on the back of your phone to be like a kickstand? Yeah, that was the plunger. Yeah, I used one of those plungers. Yeah, just cute stuff like that.
That is so fun, Alexis. Yeah. I love that.
It was really sweet.
My first amigurumi was my Totoro.
Yeah. That's a big first.
I know. Just came across him on Pinterest, and I was like, what is this crocheting? What? You can make stuffies?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I need to make this Totoro yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went to Joanns.
Yeah.
Bought the yarn.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And made my little Totoro, and I love him.
Yeah.
Wait. Did I mess up somewhere? No.
I will say something funny that happens a lot of times when I make an amigurumi is like I'll be chugging along and I'll be like, wow, this is like 5 times bigger than I thought it would be. And it's like by the time you realize that, you're like in it. You're too in it to take it apart, to make it with a smaller hook or a smaller yarn. You're like, whatever. And then it ends up being so much bigger. Because like I typically make things kind of like the size of an orange. And like when it ends up being like a lot bigger and I'm like, wow, that really was a lot more than I thought. Just like it happens, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, no. It does happen. And my Totoro, I don't know. I think he came out a little bit bigger than he was supposed to be. But I was just very happy. Yeah. I was like, nope, this is perfect.
Well, he should be bigger. He's like a big guy.
He is a big guy.
Yeah, the proportions make sense. If he was a tiny little Totoro, it wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be right.
Exactly. So did you mess up?
I did. I had to have. Or I crocheted too many chains.
Oh.
Which is fine. I'll just like half double crochet 2 together.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to end with 2. I'm not supposed to have an extra one. But I might have just done an extra chain.
Okay.
Which is like whatever. I prefer an extra.
Yeah.
Than like less.
And jamming it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm supposed to end, I believe, with 2. Let me check my pattern.
Yeah. Have you been doing the octopuses for so long now that you have the tentacles relatively memorized?
Relatively.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, relatively. I'm supposed to end I'm supposed to end with 2 half doubles. So I must have done an extra chain, but let me be sure that I have 19 suction cups.
Yes.
I do. So we'll just like half double crochet 2 together
There you go.
on this last chain. Yeah, that's so weird. I wonder how I did that. I can't wait to get to his body.
I know. I can't wait for you to get to his head.
His like gigantic bulbous head.
I'm so excited for that.
I am so excited. I love big stuffies and I want to crochet more. I just like, I don't know, after working with this plush, I'm like, okay, like once you get used to it, I feel like it's okay. Using a bunch of stitch markers has been very helpful. Especially with like counting my chain, my starting chain. So I feel like I'm gonna make some more stuffies. I want to make that turtle. The turtle by the same person.
Yeah.
Is like just so cute. And so I would love to make a turtle. I just feel like I'm gonna run out of space. I feel like I'm gonna run out of space to put gigantic plushies. But I love gigantic plushies.
I love them too.
The first pattern.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, there it was. Okay.
I just left a complicated section, so now I'll be like more present because I was like, this is more complicated. And I try to pick things where I'm like just going in a circle because we're chatting, having a good time, you know. But this time I'm like, no, I'm gonna try hard. I'm gonna do things that have like all kinds of crazy increases and decreases. And now I'm just like, oh my god, I've done so much counting.
I'm doing a lot of counting as well, so I feel you. I think,
Like
we're doing a good job.
I think we're doing
I think we're doing a pretty good
job.
Nobody can tell that we're like silently like screaming inside, trying to keep counts or anything.
Nobody better look at this really
knows.
closely.
Nobody knows.
Exactly. My yoga girl's gonna be like, wah. She's gonna need. Oh, I was supposed to change color. Just right here. Just right here.
Okay,
That's fine.
okay.
Everyone can calm down.
Everybody relax.
It's okay, I promise.
Hi, Queen R. How are you? Welcome.
Hello, Queen.
There's a pattern I have that it's a turtle where his shell is like a backpack and under his shell is like a big old booty.
Oh my
I've seen that.
I have not.
Yeah, the shell, like the shell goes on the amigurumi and it is like a backpack. And when you take it off and he's naked,
that's so cute.
It's so cute.
I love that so much.
It's so cute. How are you doing, Queen R? What did you bring to crochet? What did you bring to drink? Ukulele girl adding the eyes onto the elephant. Yay!
Queen R, you should make sure to join us on Wednesday when we start doing Who is the Whip Queen, because since you like queen things, I have a feeling that you'll enjoy it.
Very queenly. Yeah. From one queen to another.
We can share our kingdoms.
This is what I think happened. Is like I had counted and I did put a stitch marker and I went back and I counted and was like, oh no, it's too few. So I added extra stitches.
That makes sense.
But at least it was just one. It was just one extra stitch.
Yeah. Sometimes there's just like a cursed round or row where you're like, no matter what I do, that round or row will be cursed. It's so hard. And it's just like, oh.
That's how I felt about my pullover sweater. I was like, this is just, we like turned it positive though.
Yeah.
Because it was just like things were not adding up. Things were just like not working.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just going to be a very magical piece.
Yeah.
This is just going to be a magical sweater.
It's human made.
And that's just what we're going to have.
Yeah.
Because it was just so much. Have you ever had a project where you're like, this is too much and then stopped?
Like forever? So I have, as a part of like our whip finishing thing that we're starting up with on Wednesday, there is like, I have this beautiful set of Spirited Away pieces and I'm going to finish them all because I was one of my first amigurumi that I had made after I like left the Woobles. And I was like, I don't understand how to do this. There was like a piece that turned inside and out and it like flipped you turned it inside out to make one piece and turned it back the other way to make another, like literally inside and out. Like there was a piece inside of it. So when I was able to do everything, like I made a no face, I made like the little like birds that have like little wings and they're like yeah. But when I got to like I think it was the baby turned inside out to become something else, and I can't remember what the other thing was. And
was it the fly? Because the baby turns into that. Not fly, the mouse.
It wasn't. It was the mouse.
Yeah, the baby turns into the mouse.
It was an inside out between those two things,
Yeah.
and I couldn't understand it at that time in my crochet like journey. But now I'm sure I can. So I'm gonna pick back up. But I did put it down then because I was like, this is too hard. I don't understand. But I will finish it as a part of our whip list.
Okay. That is so interesting because I've seen inside out amigurumi stuff, like especially princess dolls. I've seen they change into a different object.
I've done it since. I've done a frog princess that goes inside out.
Oh, really?
And that was like no big deal. Like I got it, I figured it out, and it was really fun to do, and it came out beautifully.
Yeah, I'm sure if you just pick this back up and do it, you'll be able to like finish it quickly.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to like feeling that good vibe of like this, beat me before, but it won't beat me again.
Exactly.
And I bet I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna be like, this was simple. This was single crochet all around. Like, what was wrong with me?
Because that's what happens. That's what happened.
I'm just like, wow.
You put something down because you're like, man, this is just too difficult.
Yeah.
And then you come back to it and you're like,
I'm like, wow, Alexis in the past. Like, you
but
really
sometimes it just takes that. Sometimes it just takes putting something down and coming back to it to figure out what's going on.
Exactly. Sometimes you just need a mental break.
Sometimes you just need a break.
I always tell people that I highly recommend having multiple projects like at a time, because sometimes you just gotta take a moment, step back from it, see the bigger picture.
Yep, I completely agree.
Yep.
I completely agree. Queen R, which wooble are you doing? Sonia, so I'm trying to tidy up my hoard of blanket yarn. Any tips for product recs for a yarn winder that will work with that?
Ooh, I do have. Well, you have a yarn winder that you love.
Yeah, but it's definitely not big enough for
mine
plus yarn.
Mine is giant. It's like I got it specifically for large size yarn. Let me see if I can tell you. I think it's by Ollie Crafts. Olikraft.
That sounds right. The big yarn
and it's like
winder.
and it's like mostly metal.
Yeah,
that's mine.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like I've had the plastic ones before for smaller, but when I was winding like blanket, well actually blanket yarn like the one that's like much bigger than this, like this thick.
Well, this is considered blanket yarn, but that's considered, I think, extra.
Like extra jumbo.
Extra jumbo blanket yarn.
Yeah, I wouldn't wind extra jumbo on it, but I would wind like plush.
The six,
like
plush.
the 6, yeah, but I wouldn't wind. What would the extra jumbo be? Like an 8
I think it's
or 9?
I don't know. Because I know that blanket yarn still includes 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen. I think like the size yarn that like people do for hand knitting.
Like like finger knitting.
I think that is like 8.
Yeah, so I wouldn't wind that, but plush I do on my Ollie Craft one, and I love it. I've had no problems.
And then like how do you store it? Do you have like bins, boxes?
I just have it like in a bookshelf like the rest of the yarn, because like when you cake yarn, it takes up like less of a footprint than it does as a skein. So I just like I have it in like a bookshelf thing in my cabinet basically. Well, it's a mix of like built-in bookshelves, those like wire shelves you have in like college, and then some USPS flat rate shipping boxes that I duct tape open.
It looks great.
It fits perfectly.
It's innovation.
Perfect.
Women in STEM.
Women in STEM. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'll post a picture of it to Yarn Over Hook because I'll be posting my stash before we do the stash bash. So I'll put it in there.
Oh, I'm so excited for the stash bash. The pattern for Wednesday, it's been taking like everything in me not to like show you guys because I've already started making it.
Yeah.
And I want to make some more coasters today. I'm going to probably make some more coasters because those were super fast.
I love a fast pattern.
Love a fast pattern. Love.
I love a no-sew amigurumi. Big fan of no-sew.
Well, because like I really want to do, which I might go through my yarn today and pick out colors.
Yeah.
But I want to do like a jar of gummy bears.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
The no-sew gummy bear pattern that's really popular.
I love that.
I want to do a jar of gummy bears.
That'd be so cute. I've seen the no-sew gummy bear. That is really cute.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
I like that.
So I would love to do that. I hope that's helpful, Sonia. Oh, thank you. I will look at that. I have a beautiful old armoire that I put wire shelf cubes in. So happy to make the piles of blanket skeins into cakes. That sounds like it's going to be awesome, Sonia. Yeah. That sounds great.
It does just take up less of a footprint.
Than the like big skeins. Pierre the Penguin. Queen Ara is crocheting Pierre the Penguin.
Oh, that's the Woobles kit, right? That's what it's called. That was my first amigurumi, was Pierre the Penguin. Way back when they still were using like the worsted weight yarn that wasn't the easy peasy yarn.
Yeah. I keep forgetting
Early
that you
days.
were like you got a Woobles kit in early days.
I
Woobles.
did a
So
long time
cool.
ago, before they were ever on like Shark Tank. before all of that.
Because I remember getting ads for it, I think before they were on the Shark Tank. And I was just like, that is so cool. I hope that, oh, I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't you. I think it was me.
I hope that more people get into crochet because of this.
Yeah.
And like, you're one of those people.
I am, yeah. She was on a BuzzFeed like listicle where it was like 20 crafts to pick up while you're like at home all the time because of 2020.
Man, I wish I crocheted more during 2020.
Oh, it was nice. It was, although you couldn't go to stores easily to buy the yarn, so you just like ordered online. But it was a sweet time.
Oh, I was part of the Animal Crossing crowd. So I was playing Animal Crossing.
I loved Animal Crossing. I loved it so much.
Each other's islands.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun.
I'm like part of the like cottagecore crowd. So like my island is very like cottagey.
Do you remember like when people would share like really cool looking islands and the codes so you could visit them and be like amazed, like this is magic.
Some of my favorites were like recreations of like Tokyo.
Yes,
those were some of my favorites.
I love that. Do you remember the little figurine? It was like a bamboo doll, that the bamboo stock.
Yeah,
item,
and it went boop.
And it would be like. Ah! If I do that anywhere where my dog Tanuki is in the apartment, he loses his mind. He has some problem with the sound that doll makes, and like the peach one too. And you open the peach and it's like, yeah, both of those he hates it.
That is,
and I don't know why. I shouldn't say he hates it, but he gets really wired really fast.
That is so
specific. He like gets really upset. It's really funny. I played the sound the other day just because I looked it up on my phone because it's been so long, and he still was like, and he was like, "Where's the sound coming from?" It was really funny.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Tanuki, it's okay.
Relax.
But like, he just like, that's just the way he is. He's like always 100 at like level 100 of excitement. He's a very sweet boy.
So did you just do a whole lot of amigurumi during 2020?
I did, yeah. I didn't do wearables until like last year. So I just did like nonstop amigurumi all the time. And I loved it. I love amigurumi.
Yeah, I wish I had crocheted more. I feel like I did still crochet. I crocheted a lot. But I wish I had crocheted more.
Yeah.
I wish I had crocheted more.
You gotta crochet some Animal Crossing items.
I know.
That'd be cute.
I have the stitches pattern.
Did you fill your museum? Do you have every item in your museum? Because I
not
don't.
The art section.
Oh no,
yeah,
that's hard.
Not the art section.
With that fox.
We have
his raw deals. It's bad.
We have all of the insects and we have all of the fish. But we haven't gotten all the sculptures and painting.
I bow to you for getting all the fish because that is frustrating.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have all of the fish.
There's nothing quite like the panic of outrunning a tarantula and turning around and hoping that you'll be able to grab it before it bites you. Like the screams that like Andrew and I would unleash.
I was screaming too. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, we'll have to visit each other's islands.
Absolutely.
Okay, what am I doing? I turn and then do this. Yes, okay. I really like this attachment technique.
Yeah.
That is used for the tentacles, but it is like doing it is kind of like I feel like I'm crocheting by like my ancestors are leading my hand. Like I feel like my ancestors are leading my hand in this crochet.
You have to like leave them an offering after for like some yarn
because I cannot see these stitches.
Yeah.
If you were to pay me $1 million, I don't know if I could point out every single.
I don't blame you. Plush yarn is so hard to see, and because it's hard to see mistakes. So it's like it's okay. Like, you won't know. Nobody's gonna know. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh. But it's like it is very I get it. I get it. Now that I'm like doing this, I get it. And see, as I'm trying to like I'm struggling getting into this stitch. This first one here. Is this not a stitch?
Like you're not even holding crochet at all.
Is this crochet?
Yeah. It's like a real octopus. It's like excuse me, ma'am.
I know. I'm like, oh, I was trying to get into a chain. Okay, we're good. Everybody calm down.
Crisis averted.
Everybody can relax.
Let's see. I'm gonna start attaching the arms now.
Yay.
So I'm really making my way up the body.
You are.
Fast. I'm like really impressed.
Yay.
Impressed with myself. Let's see. I brought wire, as I said earlier, because I wanted to wire the arms so that they could be like in really nice like yoga poses.
The perfect like namaste pose.
Exactly. Like I want to be able to say where the elbow is.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it has some really good wire will definitely give it some really good definition. I think that's a very, very good idea. There should not be 3 here. Shouldn't be 3 stitches here. So what am I doing? I think I put an extra stitch somewhere.
Let's see. Let's do this one next.
I think
And this guy and this guy. Let's see.
okay, there we go.
You got it?
Yes, figured it out.
Let's see. Attach arm. Oh,
Did we figure it out?
did we?
I'm speaking too soon. I can't remember what I did to attach it. On that first one, I like went so quickly, and now I'm like struggling.
Let's see. This is interesting. The arms attach slightly differently than
There we go.
other parts.
I love how we're both attaching
both, like-
arms at the same
Oh
time.
my gosh, we are! You're right.
We're both like trying to figure out how to attach our arms.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, just put the eyes in posted progress photo.
Ooh, I want to
Okay,
see
let me
when you're like
get
when
it.
you've like solved this problem.
My octopus arm connecting problem. Here we go.
Let's see. If I skipping that be 1, 2, That seems odd, but perhaps that's the right call.
We're connecting the arm.
It just seems like it's a very open air armpit, but maybe it gets resolved in some other way that I didn't expect. We'll find out. So you just like pew.
Oh, interesting.
I know, but maybe because it looks like it is open there.
It does look
Yeah.
open.
We'll see. Let's keep chugging.
Yeah.
I like sometimes I'll be like doubting, and then later I'm like, I should have trusted the pattern.
Because maybe when you go around,
Yeah.
you'll grab it and close it.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Maybe?
Okay, yeah. I bet you like.
so that there's not
I
too
bet
much
you-
yarn there.
I bet you cracked it. Yeah.
Lifeless to lively. One stitch goes a long way to add some life to yarn. Negative.
Oh my god! Look at its nose, or its trunk. It's not a nose. Well, I guess it's a long nose.
Oh,
I
and then the
love
eye.
that.
That looks so good.
I love that little bit of white. I love that so much.
Oh,
That looks so good. Excellent job.
The trunk is so cute. It's such a long trunk. It's so cute. Love it, ukulele girl. Is this a gift, or are you making this for something? Is this part of your list? Who gave that long list of things that they're making? Was that ukulele girl? I just remember reading it and being
Was it
shocked. Or was it Mari?
Mari, I thought.
It's for my Spanish teacher.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
nice.
great, ukulele girl. That's so nice.
How do you say elephant in Spanish?
Oh, how do you say elephant in Spanish? I don't know. I don't know Spanish. Has anyone seen the woman who crochets? Oh, yes. She has, I've seen a few. There are several crocheters who either they crochet one-handed, they
Oh, I've
don't
seen
have
that. Yeah.
fingers and they hold the hook a specific way.
And there's like a mounted thing here with a hook, and she
Mhm.
goes like this.
There's some
Yeah.
I've seen with no arms that crochet.
That's amazing.
Like, yes. Yes.
Incredible.
Just absolutely awesome how they're able to do that. There's one that she is like she walks us through her process on how she learned
Yeah.
and like why she learned and like all this backstory, and I love it.
That's so
love it.
interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if you're making a shoulder by doing it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be what
I
it
hope
is.
so.
That might be what it
We'll
is.
find out. Stay tuned.
And the other items are for the other teachers. Oh, that is so nice, ukulele girl.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
shit.
elefante.
Elephant. Oh, that's so nice. That's like, that's nice. That's easy.
It is very easy.
I like that.
I'm like, oh, right, duh. I feel like I did know that.
I did not.
She has a channel. Oh, okay. She has a channel called Mama Llama Kayla. I'll have to check her out. Because there are a few, I think I might be following her. There are a few people who I follow who are just absolutely incredible in teaching themselves how to crochet with missing arms, with missing hands,
Yeah.
missing fingers.
Whatever their differences are.
Whatever their differences
That's
are,
so
and
cool.
it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing people who crochet dolls that have missing elements like that too. I don't even want to call them missing elements. They're just like,
I was literally
it's
just
like
thinking
I feel like we're just
without those
it's just
elements.
like the first time it's been out of my mouth, so it's like not thought out, but I'm like just different dolls with differences. I think that's so amazing. And I love that. Oh my gosh, progress is being made. Look at this.
So cute. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's because you're making like a shoulder.
Yeah, I think it's got to be that.
Like it has to be the shaping of the shoulder.
Yep.
Oh, and it is strange that it is open like that.
Interesting. It says not to stuff the arms. I guess like then you get that nice bent. I think lightly.
Oh, she said don't stuff it?
Yeah, and I have one stuffed, but maybe I'll take the stuffing out. But like a totally unstuffed arm.
Oh yeah, I would take out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
stuffing.
take it. I put too much in. Okay, let me take it out. All right, in with the hook. The rescue hook. Let's see.
Just bought the Olacraft yarn large yarn winder. Thanks again.
Of course,
there you go.
I love it so much. It's always just like clamped onto my desk at home.
Oh,
it's
good.
really nice.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
I got it when I was like caking those like not jumbo yarn, but like the jumbo skeins of yarn, and I was like tired of having to break the skein up into multiple cakes, and I was like, I just want one giant cake.
One giant cake.
And
we all just want one giant cake.
And at the time I had a plastic one that there was something wrong with it, and it would be like oh. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I really want to get one of those nice long wooden ones that are just like
those are pretty,
gorgeous and smooth.
I did buy one, and then it had nothing but problems, and I returned it. So maybe like read the reviews for sure.
Oh my
or like
just like get maybe like a handmade.
And maybe it's something handmade, because the one I got was just like online, and it caused nothing but problems, and I was devastated to return it because it's pretty.
They are very
and
pretty.
Wood.
They're very, very pretty. I want to get like a matching what is it called? The
Swift.
Swift.
Yeah.
I want to get a matching Swift.
I do love my Swift. It gets a lot of use. I've had it for a year now, and it gets so much use.
Because I've never purchased Hanks.
Yeah.
So I've never thought to get a Swift.
Yeah.
And then I purchased my first Hank, and they happen to have a Swift and a winder at the store.
Yeah.
So I just did it there at the store.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm probably if I'm gonna be ordering yarn online.
Yeah.
And I get any Hanks, I'm gonna need a Swift.
Yeah. It just makes it easier, because it really is a nightmare if you let it tangle when it's in a Hank.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, it's like it takes hours.
Yeah.
But you can like have someone just hold it like this, and then you can like take it off if you don't have a Swift. But Swifts just make things easier, and they're like really cool.
They are very cool
they
looking.
spin so fast.
They're so cool looking. I feel like he looks like so official when you're like winding and it's like spinning, and you're just like, yes, I'm in my cottage. I feel like you need like some fire going.
Do you want some like cottage info?
Yes.
At the end of this month, I'm going to the meeting of the Greater Los Angeles Spinning Guild. I know. I'm just like, I'm so excited.
Is it in a cottage?
It's in a
cottage.
church's like auditorium, but still, like, I'm very excited about it. Like spinning guild, I'm just like, I want to join
really
a guild. Like that sounds really cool.
That sounds very.
I want to see what it's like.
I love it.
I want to go into a room. They're gonna have their Taste the Wheels event, which means everybody brings their own spinning wheels that own them, and you get to try all the different wheels and see which one you like if you ever want to invest in a wheel.
Cool.
So I'm really excited. If you want to go, you should come.
When is it?
It's on the 28th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's like a 5-hour event.
Okay. I'll have to look at my calendar.
It also is like down the street from where my Michael's is.
See?
And where my ramen is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at my calendar. I'm working on a teddy bear fillet blanket. Yay, Vivian, how's it going?
Fillet.
Are you on Yarn Over Hook? We would love to see.
I love fillet crochet. It's beautiful.
I can't wait to get into it. I'm probably gonna get into it after this, after we're done with the summer stash bash.
Yeah.
Because I'm not counting my like fillet crochet yarn in my stash.
Yeah.
I am trying to make room for it.
Yeah.
On my shelving. So I'm probably gonna I want to do a video like today I'm learning fillet crochet.
Yeah.
I really want to do like a vlog style video.
I'd watch that because I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I won't be teaching it, but I'll be like learning it in the video. It'll just be like a cute little vlog.
I like
crochet
that.
vlog.
Like learn with you. I love that. You can tell this is like a new pattern for me because I keep like gradually leaning more into it, and then like 10 minutes later I'm like, wait a second, sit back. Because I'm like, it's all new stuff. Like, there's so many changes in it that I'm like, I'm just gonna focus more and
You're
more.
like getting more and more
until I'm like,
hyper-focused.
yeah, until I'm like
on it.
absorbed into it. Yeah.
Let's see. And that you are making shoulders. That's how I make my amigurumi dolls.
That makes sense. That makes
So is this
sense.
your first time doing something like this?
I have done arms before where it was sealed, but not where like the armpit is left open like that. Yeah. So I don't think I've seen like
left
the
like
armpit like
this?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's open.
That's
That
the
is
first time.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I feel like I've ever seen that. So then are your dolls, it's usually open in the armpit like that, Sonia?
Or do you
Or a net?
are you crocheting all 3 layers together typically?
I edited the last 2 rows on a pattern and added half double crochet to change the angle of the hand on the body. It looks so much better.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Good for you innovating, because sometimes patterns with your tension or different things that come up, it'll like not sit exactly the way you want. Like, especially if you crochet in the round, you'll have to adjust where you're going to put stuff because like that
it's
changes.
in the round.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, that is awesome, ukulele girl.
Let's see.
I just finished one panel and have a lot more to go. Vivian, you got this. You got this. Can't wait to see it.
Let's see here.
For our new friends joining us, please sign up for Yarn Over Hook.
Yeah.
We would love to have you on
can
our
see
social
it.
media for crocheters, so you can see what you're working on.
Yeah, after
You
we're
can-
done, I go through it all. I'm sorry.
I know. No,
you.
you're fine.
But I'm like, I'm so excited to say
I
it. I'm
do
like, I love
too.
Yarn Over. Like, I love looking at the pictures afterwards. I love to see what everyone's making.
I know, because after the live, because you guys are so awesome and you're posting stuff while I'm live or while we're live, I log off and I exit and I immediately go on Yarn Over Hook and I start like commenting and like looking up what people put and watching videos that you guys have shared. So if you have not signed up for Yarn Over Hook yet, join us. It's free. It's a social media for crocheters, a really safe space, fun space. You can join via the link in the description. And we would love to have you. We would love to see what you're making.
And it's a great space to get crochet inspiration and not have it be like, oh, is that cool? Oh no, it's knitted. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. Like, you know, I love knitting too, but it's nice to have a space just for crochet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And we are, I don't know if I told you this.
What?
We are 15 members away from 500.
Oh my god!
We're 15 members away. So we would love to have you. Maybe you will be our
Is
500.
it still 15? Can you see it even now?
Oh, let me see.
Because like, what if it's like 5
Yes,
away?
sending those emotes. I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see indeed.
I'm gonna see. No, mine are closed. Okay, so the nets are closed. So that's a unique.
Because it doesn't have you. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to. I did invisibly finish the arm. Maybe I wasn't supposed to, and maybe I was supposed to sew the armpit shut that way.
No, they are definitely open in the photo.
Yeah, that definitely looks. Maybe you'll go back. It. Let's just trust it. Let's just like trust the process.
We just need to trust the process.
Yeah. Let's see. Either way, it's coming out so cute.
It's coming out so cute.
Adorable. I love it so much. Let's see here. Let's see.
Okay, so I am seeing. So the last time I saw, we needed 15. Now we need 14.
That's exciting. 14.
14 more members until we're at 500.
That's amazing.
So excited. We're so excited. So again, if you have not joined Yarn Over Hook yet, we would love to have you. The link is in the description. You can join for free and sign up is quick and easy. Give us a shout out. Say hi. You can tag me. You can tag Alexis. Say hi to us. Add us as friends. All the things.
It's so fun to see the inspiration that other people post. People post questions and answers. They call for pattern testers. I know a lot of people who always want to test for patterns, and they're like, where do I go? I'm like, if you go to Yarn Over Hook, you'll be able to find a pattern to test. Because testing patterns, if you ever want to write them, it's an excellent way to learn how to write them, because you learn how to make something that makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, I love testing patterns.
Yeah, it's a great way.
I love testing patterns.
Good. Yeah,
it is so fun. I highly recommend it, especially if you guys you're hoping to test pattern or write patterns in the future. Starting out with testing and just crocheting is such a good way, such a good place to start.
Exactly. It's really helpful to see, like, how does someone describe just the simplest thing that you do like habitually without even thinking about it. It's really nice.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And like even when you do, I feel like that even helps if you like to freehand your crochet. I feel like doing a bunch of patterns and understanding how things turn into other things.
Yeah.
That also helps with your like freehanding.
100%. Like I couldn't have freehanded this years ago when I was still just like doing patterns all the time. I did like tons and tons of other people's patterns to understand like, oh, that's how you get that like flared out shape. That's how you taper in gently. That's how you want to stagger your decreases. That's how you do this or that. Now I'm learning about armpits in a new exciting way. So,
and how to make shoulders and flexible arms.
Exactly.
Right, because your instinct was to fill that arm up.
I was like, that's weird. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I was gonna stuff it. But now I'm like, oh no, maybe she doesn't need such a stuffed arm. But we'll see. We're chugging along. It's absolutely adorable. I'm so happy with how much of it I've done so far.
No, it looks great.
It's so cute. It's
so
really cute. It's like it's been in my like drive of patterns that I bought a while ago and just hadn't done yet. I think since last year. I was gonna make it last year for that art walk that I participated in September. And then like I was like, oh, I have to do it. I have to start it. It's so cute. I've been thinking about it, and now that we're like doing all this like fun whip challenge, I'm like, I'm just gonna count it as like a whip, and like I have to start it so I can finish it. And like now I am.
I love it. I'm
excited. I have some other pieces that I'm gonna start to just to have them on my whip list to like motivate me to finish them, because I'm gonna be motivated with this like
I know
this, like,
with our like whip challenge.
Who's gonna be like the whip queen?
The whip queen.
I'm excited about it.
I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for it. And those Whip Wednesdays, we're definitely going to check in on your whips, bring your whips, give them a count, because we will be counting, like, how many whips do you have?
Exactly.
Keeping track of that and all of the things. I feel like I'm slowly getting my whips down.
Yes.
Even, like, finishing my pullover sweater. What else did I finish? I feel like I finished something else this week.
Since we last met for stitches, I finished 3 keychains and that rainbow arches blanket with the cloud. Nice. So I finished 4 whips since I saw you last.
So I finished my pullover sweater, because that one was a long one. I finished, this hanger. I finished that hanger.
Yeah.
I feel like I started more things than
I was gonna say, don't ask me that side of the question.
Yeah, hold
like,
on, because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely started.
I think
more.
I started more than I finished.
Yes, that's the way it is. I want to start that doodad blanket that you did or that your mom did. It was so cute.
My mom did the whatchamacallit. So I'm doing the doodad.
I love the doodad. Is that the one with the pale pink and all the
That's one behind you, yeah.
I love the doodad.
I really want to finish up that blanket
that
so badly. I want to finish that one up because it is just so gorgeous.
And I printed out that kappa pattern, the little like Japanese mythological creature.
I purchased that pattern too. Yeah. So I really want to make one. I
want to do that too. And then we have our cat bag, the cat market bag. Yes. Want to do that?
I want to do that one because that's part of the yarn that's like in a bag on my floor.
Yeah.
And like that's my biggest goal was to clear out all the bags of yarn that I have for the summer stash bash.
I like that.
That cat bag, I actually wanted to maybe start this coming week.
I could definitely do that. Let's make that happen. Because I would love, because it is like an entire shelf of yarn in my like little cubbies of yarn. Because it does take a lot.
Check in. It did take, it's like 5
of those big cottons. Yeah.
So we'll check in with each other. We can like hold each other accountable once we start it.
That's what I was excited about because I do love like it's like, am I motivated by shame? It's like, no, I just want to be I just want to be held accountable, like, and get my whip list done. And like it just motivates
what made me like hurry up and finish my wall hanger was seeing that Renee finished hers before me.
Yeah, so that's like if someone like even this, like the octopus, like oh my god, his name's not Hank. What is Anchor the octopus. I have that pattern from years ago, and now that I've seen you do it, I'm like, that's accessible. Like I can do that. I want to make him now. And like I just hadn't made it because like I will buy, as you said, buy the pattern. I will buy the pattern. Just buy it.
Buy the pattern.
It's brutal when they're suddenly not selling them anymore.
Buy the pattern.
Like don't wait. Don't hesitate.
Wait, because there are patterns that like I'm like searching for and I cannot find it. Buy the pattern.
Buy the pattern. If you buy it on Etsy, like download it, save it into a drive. You know, like it's just like buy it and keep it. I like that. But yeah, so I've had Angry the Octopus for a while, and I'm excited because now I want to actually start him. Because watching you make him, it's like watching someone eat a really good meal, and you're like, that looks really
good.
really tasty.
Now I want it.
I want to eat it real bad.
Yeah, I am so excited. This is my 5th leg, so I have 3 more I need to make after this.
Yeah.
And then I can start on the body.
Are you making Anchor entirely on lives only? Or are you making him like on your own as well?
On my own
Is he a
as
star?
well.
Yeah.
Because I don't have confidence in myself for the body portion to do that on live.
That's fair.
You are like the amigurumi queen.
It is a lot of like keeping track of the math of like increases and decreases.
Honey, I don't know how you're doing that on this live. I don't know how you're doing it.
It's like, just don't count the stitches and then you won't find out the truth.
Yeah, I'm like,
no, it is hard. Like I picked I love to challenge myself doing patterns that are hard. Like that's like my whole thing is like, oh, is that hard? I'll do it. like let me try. I don't know. I just find like a lot of I find a lot of satisfaction in that. So with this, I was like, well, I want to do this for a long time, and I'm like, oh, I'll figure it out. It'll be hard, but I'll be able to do it.
No, you're doing an amazing job.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I don't feel like I trust myself enough to do the anchor head portion on live.
Because you would notice if it was like,
I can
understand.
But there are some other things, especially for the summer stash bash, that I will be working on.
Yeah.
Some stash busting projects.
Stash busting.
So I'm gonna be sure. I will be sure to tell you what the stash busting project is.
Yeah.
Before Wednesday.
Yes.
To see if you
would love to
do it or not. So
I
there's
would.
No pressure at all because I won't be doing all of the patterns. Like we've talked about this on the summer stash bash. I won't be doing all of the projects.
Yeah. But it's good to share the option.
Yeah, the ideas are like really, really nice ones.
Yeah.
At least I think. And some of them would definitely work well with my stash and like my home and the things that I need.
Yeah.
This one especially.
Yeah.
So I'll show you after live because
I'm excited.
I'm actually like really hyped for it, and I might make more than one.
Oh.
Which is just going to get rid of
I'm
a
so
ton of my
excited.
yarn.
We have so many like cool things going on. I just like love this.
I love it. This is the place to be, friends.
Mm-hmm. Yarn over hook.
Yes, trust the process. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Annie, I have to go prepare stuff for barbecue lunch for son and his little family.
That sounds so good.
Ooh, broccoli and cauliflower cheese sauce baking. I'm sorry. I'm not reading the rest of that because that just made me so hungry.
I'm hungry.
That made me so hungry. I hope you have so much fun, Annie.
Have fun.
Vivian, I just sent it. Yay. Okay, let me see.
Let's see.
Ukulele Girl, also don't forget to like, y'all. Yes, please. Please like the live. Thank you, Ukulele Girl. Hi, Fairy Crochet Mama. How are you? Okay. Look at me.
Oh my gosh. Did you have
Antenna.
to wire the trunk, or does it just sit like that naturally because it's like you stuffed it so well? And like
love the
it's so
trunk.
cute.
So cute. Filet crochet teddy bear. Vivian, it looks so good.
Wow, that's
You
really
see
cool. It's it's so cute. I
It
love
looks
that.
so good.
It's
so
amazing.
You said panels? You're going to make a bunch of panels? What were you saying?
I was saying it's amazing that like how negative and non-negative space, like what would ever be the opposite of negative space,
A full
space? Like positive, maybe. But like this is a binary language right there.
I love it.
Like you are a computer. You just computed that teddy bear into it, and I love it.
Oh, goodness. You guys are all so good. I'm working on a hexi-cardi and some
Ooh.
bucket hats. Fairy Crochet Mama, that sounds so good.
Ooh, I want that.
Perfect stuffing. Wire scares me. That's what Ukulele Girl says. Why does wiring scare you? Is it just like how to do it?
There is like a risk of it poking out, so I can understand being worried about that.
True.
You have to figure it out.
Right,
You have to figure out how to not have it do that.
True, very true.
Let's see.
Vivian Crosby. Yes. Oh, okay, so how many panels are you making? How big are they? And then are you doing like the name? Are you going to do like a name on there or just the bears?
I want to do a hexi-cardi. I need to do like a cardigan that's like a good like summer light cardigan, because I have my lovely wool one that's it's like meant to be heavy, so it's meant for like winter wear, like our winter here. But like I would love to make like a little summer, like little light, like cropped jacket kind of thing. And I have a pattern that I want to make that I found during yarn crawl, and I was like, I love this. So
you should do it.
I think I will. Now let's see what this is. Oh, this is like about wiring. Speaking of wiring, I reached the wiring stage.
Yay.
Let's see. I'm gonna do it. See right here.
That looks. Look. And
So
you do connect it. You do close it.
You sew it shut.
Okay.
So I sewed it shut earlier. I probably shouldn't have invisibly finished it, and then because I invisibly finished it, and then I cut the extra yarn off. So that was my bad.
Oh.
I invisibly finished like
The arm?
other parts. So then when I got to the arm, I thought I had to invisibly finish the arm because I thought that was just like the standard. That was me. I didn't
Wait, so
read
you
it.
can't close it with it being invisibly finished?
Well, I did invisibly finish it, and then I cut it off.
Leaves that
Yeah,
loop.
and I leaves that long. Well, I just mean like the long tail that you have left over after you invisibly finish that you weave in and then trim. I wove it in and trimmed it. That's all. Like you could do both. You could invisibly finish it and leave the long tail, but then I didn't leave the tail.
Got it. Got it.
So I caused my own problem, which is so.
I feel like
often the
sometimes
case.
whenever I want to do something like that, where I'm like, I've learned this trick and I want to do it here.
Yeah.
I have to read ahead.
Yes.
Otherwise, I just like.
You're just like, I hope I don't poke you with this, by the way.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah. It's like, it's coming for you. Actually, you could like.
I could.
Just like one little. Sorry, I
I
interrupted
feel like
you.
people have wired their anchors
I
so
bet.
that they can twist up their arms in places.
Just like very discreetly. It's like. I mean, really careful because I'm afraid it's gonna pop through.
And like,
I was like,
it's not that kind of vibe.
if I seemed like dead serious the whole time I was doing that, it's because I was like, I'm gonna blind her. Like this isn't gonna be funny, and it's pretty soon it's not gonna be funny at all. And I was like, I was really scared.
No, you did a great job.
Okay,
You did a great
thank
job.
you, thank you. I was worried. I was like, I'm gonna definitely get her in the eye. This is the stupidest thing you've ever done, and it's on film.
And we have witnesses.
Mm-hmm. It's like, you won't be with Queen anymore.
Oh my goodness. I trust you.
I'm glad. I don't trust me.
You don't trust you.
One of us should, because it's not going to be me. It's like any adult, like you go to the emergency room, like, how did this happen? She was waving wire in my face. It's like, why was she doing that?
It's definitely one of those moments where, you know, like how you would grow up and your parents tell you, like, anything's going to poke your eye out.
Yes.
If you do it. I hope that this is okay to say on live. I feel like that was definitely one of those moments.
Yeah. Did your parents also tell you that it was, like, illegal to have the light on in the car?
Yep.
In the back? Yeah. Where's the law now? Show me the code.
But I still don't.
I still don't turn it on because I think it's like, oh, but now kids today have like an entire media system.
Whole media system in the backseat
like,
of their car.
I remember watching drops on the glass and being like, which drop's gonna roll down the fastest? Mm-hmm. That was my good time. And in California, there weren't a lot of drops on the car, so it was like very few.
Here we are, friends.
She's wired as well. Oh my god, arms and arms.
Lots of arms today.
But no heads. This could be an octopus head, like the shape of it. It could be like it could be an octopus centaur.
That's such a weird animal.
An octatar.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I love our pause. Like, wait a minute.
Like, wait. Like,
yeah.
just like this.
I guess we were just
like
really
that.
working on like
just arms today.
just arms.
Oh. I love this. Is really cool.
Thank you.
That is really fun.
This is so fun.
I love the
I'm
fonts.
definitely going to be working on this when we get off of here.
Yeah. I'm going to keep this as a live project.
I know, you're
I will
so
finish
close.
it. I'm so
you can
close.
work on it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on Wednesday, which is like next Wednesday, which is like just in 4 days.
Just a few days.
This
You just have to
upcoming
wait a
Wednesday.
few-
Upcoming Wednesday.
The next Wednesday, the one that's on the 11th.
Exactly.
in
Just
4
like that's
days.
what it is. Yeah. I'm gonna work on this, and like I'll get her head on hopefully, and then her thighs and legs will come later, and just like progress.
And I will bring you guys progress, whether I finish Anchor or not.
Yeah.
But I might be working on something else that day. I'm loving all of these tentacles here.
I know it's so cool. I love it so much.
Okay, let's hold this up here. There we go. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful live. Oh, let's check the poll first.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't checked the poll. Did you guys rock the vote? With 33 votes. Wow. Okay, turnout.
What is the
So what do your... Whoa. What do you mark your... Oh, okay. I was like, what did I ask you guys? What was the question? I legit thought I just asked you guys a very like I did not word it right.
Yeah.
Okay, but I did. What do you mark your stitches with? Stitch marker is 70%, strand of yarn is 9%, safety pin hairpin is 12%, other is 9%. What?
Yeah.
Did you guys say what the others were?
Yeah, those 9%.
Did we just like mark it and you guys didn't tell me?
I want answers.
Share with the class.
Yeah, I want hot tips.
Hot tips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It just came out so cute.
It's working. Oh my gosh, look at us.
Let me like round out her body a little bit. There.
Little belly. Oh my goodness.
She's cute.
She's gonna be so cute, Alexis.
I really like her. Yeah.
You have to wear your hair up in a bun. Can you wear your hair up in a bun?
Absolutely.
Do you do that?
I do that.
Okay.
I try all different kinds of things.
Because then you can match her when you're done with her.
That'd be so, like the little purple
in your
shirt.
purple.
My purple shirt. I would love that. I will do that. I will wear it up in a bun next week. Next Wednesday.
And then
Wednesday.
I will bring out my best octopus head.
Yeah.
And put that on.
I like that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It'll be like a reverse centaur. Like a human body and an octopus, an animal head. I like that.
Okay, friends. So we're going to end that vote there. I hope you guys were able to crochet a whole bunch. If you have not signed up for Yarn Over Hook yet, please join us.
So we can
would
see
love
all
to
the
have
cool
you.
stuff.
We want to see all. Ooh,
No, don't worry about it.
I got excited.
This was 50 cents.
I'm so excited.
The thrift store, don't worry.
We want to see all the things that you are making.
Yeah.
I'm clearly very excited to see that. So join us. You can join for free via the link in the description below. Thank you as always to our current members. We're so happy to have you. We will catch you the next Crochet and Chat will be on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then our Wednesday Summer Stash Bash episode 2 will be with Stitches. So we will catch you then. And what else? I think that's
the
it.
Whip Queen ceremony.
The Whip Queen
the anointing
ceremony.
of the Whip Queen.
You guys cannot miss it. We are so excited for our Wednesday live. Yeah, you all are amazing. High five, Yogi girl. Pew!
I love that. So it's like
and we will catch you guys next time.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your weekend, friends. Bye. Bye. Bye.